Are you singing Christmas carols? It's too early to say Merry Christmas. And it's too early to be talking draft, but we do. It's so pathetic. We're talking draft. But we've been talking draft since what, week 12? Actually, I think we started talking draft as soon as Jimmy G went down. How you doing, fam? It's Friday, and it's time to go ahead and make the predictions. Although, it kind of loses its magnitude at this point, doesn't it? Because you have the folks that absolutely they are fully committed to losing every game between now and the end of the season, do not want anything to do with winning. They want everything to wipe the floor of the 49ers. And then there are the other camps that says, man, I'm so tired of losing. Every week we lose. So, depending on, it's your choice, whichever camp you're in. I'm just saying it's pretty funny. What a dilemma we're in right now. Actually, as you look at this game, who will win this week? As the 49ers host the Broncos this Sunday, this game means nothing in the standings. What is it at stake here are players' futures with the organization. Because now guys are going to come out. Because Kyle Shanahan, I don't know what's going on in Denver, but Kyle has already made it clear that he will be looking at everybody very, very, very closely going forward. In other words, the foolishness that's been going on for a part of the time, because there's been some good play from the 49ers. It hasn't always been bad, right? But there are some guys that if their struggles look like they're part of the DNA. This is who he is, and there's no amount of coaching, there's no amount of anything we can do that's going to make him any better. I think that's what Kyle's looking at, right? And I ain't saying no names, I'm just saying I got a feeling that's what they're looking at, right? And the Broncos, by the way, are ripe to be picked this week. Oh, smack! If you are hoping the 49ers lose to get that big Bosa sweepstakes, the Broncos, all right, ex-cornerback Tramaine Brock, ribs. Now, I know what you think about Brock, so I know what I think about Brock. But actually, like we do to a lot of our cornerbacks, what we always noticed about Brock was the mistakes. What we didn't really pay attention to, because it is his job, and like any quarterback's job, when he was doing well, we didn't notice, we took it for granted, and that's his damn job, right? So, Brock has got a lot of experience. He will be out. Chris Harris, which is even more serious, he's ruled out for the Broncos game too. And also, about Emmanuel Sanders is not going to be there, taking some stress off the secondary as well. And there will be lots of stress on the secondary if we're going to let Case Keenum run all over the field. Like the defensive line is good at stopping the run until last week. They're good at getting close. It's always getting close. And we already know about that. We always know that your ultimate rush is pressure from the outside, pressure up the middle. Now your quarterback has no escape. If he can move side to side like Russell Wilson does in order to win games, then you're going to get in trouble. Then your secondary is in trouble. They can only cover for so long. So that's why I'm saying, when you start talking about the cover corners and they suck, you try to cover an NFL receiver for 3 or 4 minutes. It ain't going to happen. So that's why I'm saying we got to get that fixed. We do have an event. Marquise Goodwin is back. Dante Pettis, who says, all I need was a little rest from the injury. I'm starting to feel like myself. Do you know Pettis, if he gets another touchdown this season, he will be the 49ers' all-time greatest rookie. I mean, that's it. Jerry Rice, 3. He's tied right now. Dante's tied right now with Terrell Owens. 4. He gets a 5th one. He rises to the top. See, this is why, for those who call Dante Pettis a bust, I tried to tell you, man. Okay. Anyway, also, the Broncos front line, however, they're going to erase any mistakes the secondary makes. Actually, the only thing that I worry about, can you imagine you're a quarterback? I got Von Miller coming at me on this side. I got Bradley Chubb, first-round pick, coming at me at this side. if I don't get rid of that ball right now, and I'm talking right now, I'm dead meat. That's the way it works. And they got some guys in the front line also in the interior that ain't weak, right? So, fortunately, having Marquise Goodwin back, that he can get open quickly is a good thing. Dante, I figured Dante's probably going to look better this week than he did last week because that seems to be the progression with him. And actually, Nick progressed last week. 400 yards. I didn't even realize he had that many, but yeah, the stat says he did. So, with Kyle working with him like he is, there's no telling what Nick Mullens is going to look like this week. He seems to gain from from instruction. So, who knows? Nick may destroy us in the secondary. So, we got to look out for this guy his name is Philip Lindsay. Our guy's going to be taken to task by Philip Lindsay. Forget about Royce Freeman, man. Royce Freeman is, he's all right. But this dude, Lindsay, man, this is the dude. Why is it that some of your best running backs had nothing to do with the draft? Have you noticed that? This is all the time. Saquon is a special case. You do have premier running backs that came out of the draft. Ezekiel Elliott, of course. But a large percentage of your best running backs nobody knew anything about until he got to the pro level. Philip Lindsay ran 267 yards in 2 weeks. Oh, my God! So that means if our defense, which has been touted as being good against the run because we set the edge well and do a lot of things, if they don't keep contain Philip Lindsay, somebody's going to get an ass whooping. And I know who it's going to be. God, man. Okay, but we got, but look out for Jeff. Look out for Jeff Wilson. See, we got players going to be trying to assert themselves this week. Dante's going to be one of them because Pierre Garçon is Pierre Garçon really in that much pain he can't play, or is he just pretty much saying, well, I ain't going to be here next year, so, Coach, you understand that I really hope you don't put me in unnecessarily. You can go ahead with your new boy because I got to see if I can keep myself healthy, see if I can get a job next year. These are the things that happen in the NFL. Garçon sees the writing on the wall. It's Dante's time. It will be next year. He's coming on like a perennial All-Pro already. If he's in his rookie year doing what he's doing, can you imagine what he's going to look like in 2 years? You talk about that. We need a number one wide receiver. When he comes to San Francisco, he's going to be concerned about looking over his shoulder. If his destination is number one, what about that dude Pettis, man? So, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. So, hey, let's pick him up. Let's pick him up. What's the score going to be? I already gave mine. Yeah, I got the 49ers winning, man. Because, like I told Alex out in Seattle, me and Alex, man, we cannot go into a game and intentionally say the 49ers are going to lose. I just can't do it. I know some of y'all, you can. That's all right. It's up to you. I ain't going to say nothing. I always laugh. You always laugh at me after the game, after we let's. How many times? 11 times you've been right to my 2. So you're winning. Hey, catch him. Thanks, fam. Thank you. Tabitha Chapman says, I really don't see the 49ers winning another game this season. So we should rest good players till next season. I go along with that, too, because some of the guys aren't resting, though. They just can't. They're hurt. But I do like the idea of making Matty B sit down. Because Brady Stelica, Coach, I'm fine. No. That ankle is continually getting aggravated, Matty. I didn't want you to put on your uniform this week. I want you to stay in the street close there. No, Coach, you might need me. Because Matty B's a warrior, man. That dude, that's why he's a 49er and will continue to be one. Right? Hey, and we just did tap it, right? And yeah, we did. Also, Squeaky Clean says, this season was supposed to be so much better than this. Tears, crying. Hey, and also Joe Griffin says, hey, Joe, what's up? Elias Lopez Mullens is going to be back up of Jimmy G next season. I know you heard about Kyle, right? What did Kyle say? He says, I look at them both as even between CJ and Nick, and there will be a competition between the two next year. Both of them will not be with the team after preseason next year. Oh, who would you put your money on? All right. And William Roberts, we have to get the right players that fits the team in free agency and in the draft. Then hopefully we can stay healthy, always hopefully. If we could just draft health, that's what we'd be drafting first. Good morning. Hey, Kidder! Kitty up in Hawks country. Says, thanks, Kitty, for the contributions. Ha, Clinton, Dick, C.J. Mosley, Brandon Graham. 3 turnover machines that we desperately need in free agency. Spend that money. Kansas says, never forget, Ronbo, we are. Number 1 fan. Always. Thanks, Ketchum. Really appreciate your film. And thanks for the contribution, too. And there he is. I got 5 on it. Daniel Serrano. So, Daniel. Okay. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate that. All right. I guess we ran away. Oh, hey, Debbie. Oh, Debbie was making some observation I was noticing. Now, she says Bosa's injury is described as a core muscle injury. Somebody said it was his leg. I knew it wasn't, but I couldn't remember what it was. But this is it. A core muscle injury, which is abductor muscles are pulled off the pubic bone, which causes the athlete pain. And big word, ouch. And often these injuries are repaired by placing a cone of mesh into the tear, essentially plug the hole forming the muscle. It's like, Debbie, that's like a hernia, because I had that procedure. They put that little mesh on there. The doctor likes to show you that first. You're going to put that in me? And then you put it in there, and it helps promote healing really quickly and adds strength to the area, too. Christopher Gray, in the first draft, we tried to just accumulate talent. In the second draft, we drafted for scheme, fit, we're on the right path, just had injuries. I agree, Chris. That's exactly right. Elias Lopez, what's up, man? Beat the Broncos. Big show. He says, let's reach 1,000 and then sit him. I know, right? Matty B might be back for the season's over. I'm sure he's going to take this week off. They already said he's out. But it'd be nice if he could get his 1,000 yards. And I think he's only 200 or 300 yards. 200 yards, maybe? Because he got quite. I haven't looked at his stats. All right. And is that Ronbo's winning? Is that his score? All right. Let's we're going to hey Gino, what's up? Gino Roberson. Aries Niners, Big Heck. If we want a number 1, let's draft Hollywood Brown from Oklahoma in a year or 2. He's going to be a beast. Yeah, Hollywood Brown. Somebody was talking about Hollywood Brown last week. And Big Joe just says, my prediction, rest of season, lose out. JD in Watsonville High School, what up? Back. Glad to see you, too. Elias Lopez, Matt Breda playing. Is Matt Breda playing this Sunday? No, he's out, Elias. He's out. We did that with Can't Catch Him. Yes, I know. Thanks, man. Oh, man. And Daniel says, like my man Sheik would say, hit that like. Salvador Bisca says, win this game. And versus the Bears. Ooh. God, them Bears can deal in the cold weather. Can you see the Rams? That's going to be funny. Rams either going to go in there and continue the show. Man, Damian Lee, what's up? Mike? Mike says, let's see. Okay, Watsonville High, what up? How has your day been, buddy? You know, it's been one of them days where it's been good. Been snacking on a lot of goodies. You know, that kind of thing. So, yeah, how about you, right? Hey, let's go to Mike right now. Hey, Mike.
How we doing, Ronbo?
Mike is all right, man, because we're almost getting ready to get into the end of the season and get on with the stuff we need to get on with. It's going to be fun watching our guys rehab and showing progress and getting strong again.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, this game,
A little
still,
bit
Mike,
of excitement
hate
back
losing.
in the game, right?
Yeah, you know. Still hate losing, though. It's hard to watch, even though you know we need to lose. But I still can't stand it. Dang it, I hate that. I can't watch the game and look at the 49ers and say, yeah, good, they beating our ass. I just can't do it. What are you thinking?
I've never been so sad and so happy at the same time when Jeff Wilson is just running through motherfuckers.
He does that with
He's looking all right, man.
6'1", 210.
And he's looking all right.
He is.
And you know what, man? I've seen a lot of stuff about let's get Kyle Shanahan's job. Let's get John Lynch's job. Listen, guys.
That's not going to happen.
check it out. Like, they're doing their job, man. Like, they're trying their best to do what they can, and
with what
it's
they
not
have.
their fault that we
Yeah.
thought they had a better team that they had. And like,
Well, Mike, they
it's
need some
not
people to
on
be
them.
healthy, though. What they have now, and when you think about 407 yards, Kyle's out there working miracles. People don't understand or appreciate, but Kyle's actually working miracles out there. If you got your third string quarterback out there throwing for 300 plus yards, you're doing
And
really
your
well.
third string running back and your third string receiver,
Yes,
like,
and your defense. Oh man,
right,
Kowalski's gone. How many
like,
guys are gone on defense?
and you know
Oh,
what? You know what? You know what? You know what you tell fucking Garcon? Yo, just rest it, man. Just chill.
yeah.
Because you know what? We have some rookies to fucking evaluate right now.
Anyway, I know.
And that's the time that we've entered right now. You
Yeah.
know, and Dante Pettis, you know what? Him and Kyle Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan drawing on him the last few weeks, that
Mm.
it seemed to work out all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's actually becoming the receiver that he
He's
should be.
supposed to be.
And a lot of times when people were like bitching about the Niners grabbing him in the second, trading up to grab him, like you don't see what Kyle Shanahan sees. And it's coming to fruition now. So just give it a little time, faithful. Like give it a little bit of time,
Mm-hmm.
and everything will be right, man. Like next season when we have everybody healthy, when we have running back healthy, when we
Oh,
have quarterback healthy,
potent.
when we have safety healthy, when we have every position that's imaginably impactful healthy,
Ah,
we can be a decent team.
absolutely. Would have been this year. Would have been this year. You got McKinnon. And did you
Oh,
see Brady coming like he was coming? If you'd had McKinnon and Brady in the backfield together, and we would have never discovered Raheem
oh.
Mostert. But now we know we got a third dog. Man.
It'd
Oh,
have been that 1-2 punch from the
Atlanta.
Falcons, baby.
Yeah.
It'd have been that, yo. It'd have been that. Oh, that 1-2 punch, baby, and that's what we need. And now we
Yeah.
just have that 2 punch,
Yeah.
and it's just
And
it's unfortunate. And
I
but
know.
it's been a while since we talked, man. Upstate New York, baby, represent. Niner faithful up in New York, baby. But I love them, and I'll love them to the day I fucking die. And you know
Hey.
what, Rombo?
Yeah.
I give John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan all my faith because, baby, it ain't no mountain high enough,
Do it.
ain't no
Jimmy.
valley low
Do it
enough.
now.
Nah, but for real, man. Before
Do
I go,
it.
man, I just
Jimmy
want
G.
to let you know,
That's
man.
Jimmy G's favorite
You're
song.
doing, nah, but for real, man, you're killing it. You're doing a great job, and all
Thanks,
the
Mike.
faithful listening. Just
Thanks.
keep it up. Keep your heads up.
Yeah.
John and Kyle will keep it right, man.
It'll be
Like
the time.
this season, we'll call it a wash, but next season, keep it fucking going. You got to keep that faith high, baby,
Yeah.
and we'll get it, baby. All right, Rombo.
There you go, Mike. Good stuff, man. Because what are the odds of us failing and with the same injuries next year? Please, no.
Fucking because it would be so injuries. I'm gonna be a Raiders fan.
Oh,
Let's just say that.
that might be the stakes. Mike, I need a score though before you check out, man. What do you got for
Oh,
this game?
score?
Yeah.
28-17 Niners.
Mike, I like that.
I know
Keeping that
you like
spirit
that,
high.
baby.
28-17.
Let's
Yeah.
go, baby.
All
All right,
right, Mike.
y'all. Enjoy. Rombo, love you, buddy. Have a
Thanks,
good
man.
night,
Love you
man.
back. Talk to you later. All right. Oh, man. And let us now cruise on over to, because, we get a lot of scores today. I'm going to start counting the wins versus the losses. Because, and, even if we don't pick up Bosa, there's other guys, if we pick number 2, and you could trade. And God knows what you could pull out of this draft. So, hey, Tyler. Tyler. Tyler, sent me a tweet talking about, hey, I'm getting ready to buy another jersey. Which one should I get? I was I'm going to answer Tyler. I can tell him right now, Tyler, get you a Jared Goff or Todd Gurley jersey, man. Tyler, the way you be wiping out 49ers, it's time you start wiping out these other people's teams, man. Because every time you buy a jersey, people go down. Get you Jared Goff. Find out what McVay wears, too. Hey, Jay. I'm not sure. Am I good? No? Okay. So anyway.
Hey, Ronbo.
And there he is.
System kicked me out, man.
What kicked you out?
System kicked me out, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. System can be evil like that.
You're good. Yeah, I know. It was like goodbye. I was like, did Ronbo kick me out, man?
Just like that. And I love the way it does it too, with that little goodbye. Isn't that awful? Well, Tyler,
Yeah.
it's like week, like doesn't really matter week, and here we are with that contemplation that we had last year. We wanted to pick first last year, and did we want to pick first the year before? Were we in position? No, we weren't in position to pick first because we'd already won too many games. But for the last 2 years, lose, and we got Solomon Thomas, and last year we got.
Has he even been playing? Have they put him on the field this season? Like I haven't been seeing him out there in the last 6 weeks.
Yeah, he's been out there. He just hasn't had any impact on most occasions. Yeah.
Oh my God! Trade the guy for a second-round pick and be done with it. Jeez.
That's a good question, though. You know what? I got corrected last week during In Your Face. Somebody, I thought Solomon Thomas was supposed to be playing on the inside. Somebody writes in, dude, he's been on the field all day. Where? Because I don't see any plays.
1 out of 3.
God.
They've been 1 out of 3 for the first-round pick so far.
Yeah.
They nailed it with McGlinchey. So
Yeah.
that's more recent, so I guess we can give him that.
Yeah. 1 out of 3. No,
Ruben
you're
Foster
right.
was a good player, but he screwed up.
Yeah. And I don't know if he was a good player last year. Now, to be honest, because I loved him and I bought his jersey and all that kind of thing, and I thought he was going to be a god. Ruben Foster did not play good football last year. Let's just go ahead and be honest about it. I don't know what it
Yeah,
is.
I mean, like, this season he hasn't been very great, but last season he was pretty good. He kept getting hurt.
He played better in his rookie year, didn't he? Man.
Yeah. But speaking of buying jerseys, in about a little less than an hour maybe, I'm getting a new Jimmy G jersey. Now, I was debating whether or not to get the white one or the red one, but they're both the scarlet ones are available. I mean, I was talking about the what is it called? The Color Rush white one, not the. I would love to get the away white one, but that's like $150. So the other ones like are on sale.
Tyler, what if we all contribute to buying you a Jared Goff or a Todd Gurley jersey?
No,
you could sleep in it.
No, I'm
Just
never
use
siding with the
pajamas.
enemy. I would never side with the enemy.
Actually, I thought you already had a Jimmy G jersey.
When?
I thought you said you did. You didn't.
Yeah, I have one, but it's not like that was the first one that was available, so it's not Nike.
Okay.
They didn't have the Nike ones out during the season last year. So I have like the freaking what's it called? The NFL one. It was weird.
When did you buy it?
But I'm gonna get the. I got it like literally, like I ordered it before Christmas Eve.
Last year.
But yeah, I ordered it, and then I got it like January 1st.
So you are partly responsible as to why Jimmy G got hurt. You know that, don't you?
No, I'm not.
I mean,
no, I'm not.
If you'd have got that jersey after, I would say you're clear. But I'm a little concerned, Tyler.
You know what would have sucked?
What?
You know how I was telling you how I was thinking about going to that Kansas City game?
Oh,
that would have sucked if I went and then saw him get hurt. That would have sucked.
Yeah.
Like, wow, it's my fault.
Yeah. You could have finally owned up to it. Okay, good. See?
no, I mean, like, if I had gone, I would have been like, oh, no, it's all my fault. Although I'm one of those people that believes every little thing matters. So if I was there making a little bit more noise, maybe that affects certain plays in the game. And I don't know. It's so weird that, like, I don't know. Every bit of noise makes a difference on the game is what I believe. So
I
don't know.
His competitive spirit got him hurt. You know, Jimmy could have turned that ball. He could have went out of bounds.
It's just like you said, okay? You're worth so much more to us than 2 more yards. You weren't getting in the end zone anyway.
Yep.
Just get out.
Step out. He learned.
And think about it. We'd be about 7-4. And, you know, it could be even better. We'd be about 7-4 right now.
Possibly. Because some of those,
Because
and he
all
would have
those close
beat Green
games.
Bay to death. I got a feeling he would have beat the Packers really
Yeah,
badly
because
that
CJ
night.
had dudes running wide open all night. What about
I
the
mean,
times that they're not wide open?
you know, we made one turnover we couldn't make,
Oh,
and G probably wouldn't have made that turnover.
you know what made me angry? That pick six against Seattle. Trent Taylor was wide open in the end zone.
I know,
He actually had a couple guys that were open.
yeah.
Thing
He's
is,
looking at his options,
like, Taylor ran a quick. He ran a quick out.
Yeah.
And see, Mullens was late when he threw it to Jeff, so he was late on that. And also, Jimmy G would have read the defense and knew what was going to happen before.
As it formed,
he would have known that Trent Taylor was going to be wide open.
That's where Nick has got to go. He hasn't learned these things yet. No matter how good he looks on occasion, he's still a rookie. He's still trying to learn. And throwing that ball with Bobby Wagner sitting right on top of the play was suicide. He knows now.
And Trent was wide open in the end zone. That's what makes me angry. I see this so much with CJ and Nick. The guys are wide open, but they don't see it.
It's happening.
And then
the game
like
moves too
Jimmy's
fast
on the
for
field,
him.
he goes through those reads quick.
Yeah.
And he'll get that ball out to the right guy.
Yeah. See, that's what a rookie does. The game's moving a little too quick for him at right now. If Nick looked at the film probably later and says, "Oh, Jesus," and he probably knows now, but he couldn't see it at the time. Now he's going to get more pressure.
Jimmy
This
G
week,
would
so
have kept us
scary.
in that game at least.
Yeah.
It would have been like a shootout. Seattle may have won that game, but it would have been a shootout because you take away those 7, we would have dropped 30 on them. There's no doubt in my mind.
I mean, our defense wouldn't have been on the field so long to give them 40-something points. Oh man.
Yeah, and keep in mind we would have had if we had Jet too. That's a whole other dimension to the offense. And plus, sitting out this year, it gives them they're already hurt in that area, but it gives them time to rest, and also it gives them time to mentally grasp the playbook better, even if they're not playing in it right now.
Yeah.
It gives them time to relax. And also, I saw Jimmy G during the game against Seattle. I don't know what it was. It may have been that pick six. Jimmy G threw his head up in the air and looked straight up. He's like, "Oh my God."
They're killing my team, and probably everybody saw that. Everybody, oh man, why did they have to show me at that time?
They showed it at that exact second. It's how they knew. I was like, "How did you get?"
I hate playing there.
Man.
I gotta tell you, Tyler, there's something really strange going on in Seattle. Though. Why do the officials lose their mind every time we go in there? Every single time we go up there, the officials do that. Something strange. And it's not just us griping about the officials.
Freaking out, man.
I
love Kyle getting angry.
That's
and also, it was what was I gonna say? The referees, man. Kyle told him what needed to be told, man. Russell Wilson's more of a jerk than I thought. Like, he threw Fred Warner's shoe. Like, of course, Kyle's like, it was building up, but that set me off.
I know. And one thing, my thing about that is, with his shoes, we had the same thing against the Cardinals with Bowman. Call time out, people. Just call it damn time out. Don't go through that. The second game we lost because of this shoe. Well, no, we were still going to lose that game. But there's no need to getting penalties behind that. Kyle, you know what? Tyler, we need to get your score.
Okay. I've never been in this position before where, you love to win, but we're so far into the season, and it looks like we have the first pick. If the Raiders get the first pick, they're getting Bosa. I want Bosa, man.
I do.
I want that pass rush. If we get him in there, plus we'll have that hot. You're going to give Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch a first overall pick. You're going to give them the highest pick in the draft. They can get the best players they want. So, I mean, I actually feel like we're going to win this game, but I don't want us to. And it's such a weird situation because I want to root for my team, but I want that first pick so bad because we're so far into it. Just go get it.
So what is going to be
I don't believe in tanking. They're going to go out
score
and play.
Or the score you think is going to happen?
Score I think is going to happen. I say we win. It's probably not going to be this close, but it's not going to be a 1-point game. But I'm going to say 24-23 we win.
Yeah, because both teams got some key injuries. No Emmanuel Sanders.
Because the Broncos are the artists of scoring 23, 24 points a game.
And beating you with
no matter
defense.
What defense they're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they lost a couple guys, so
so that's why they're not going to score the same amount of
honestly
points.
don't want to win this game because we're so far into – if we're going to beat anybody else, just beat Seattle next week.
I tell you what, we're not going to beat Seattle next week, Tyler. And I tell you something else, too. Today is pretty much the last shot the 49ers got to win. The Rams are not going to clown around with the 49ers this year because they want to. Maybe they might, though. We'll see.
They want to go 15-1.
Yeah, well, unless they want to go for the record, yeah. So, all right.
Or they're going for actually they have to keep going with the same.
Oh yeah, field
they
position.
want to get that home field advantage.
Field, yeah. All right, Tyler, we really got to go. I tell you what, I'll see you this weekend.
Definitely.
All right.
Niner Empire, red and gold, forever faithful. Bye, bum.
Ecliptic says 49ers 21, Broncos 17. Hey, Jim Thurl. Hey, Ronbo back in the 80s and 90s, we expected 16-0 with Montana, Young, Rice, and the Digger. It's okay to hate losing. The Empire doesn't lose. We strike back. Yes. Yes, Jim. And 120, Horatio Flores. Broncos 42, Niners 10. Aries Niners 49ers 17, Broncos 24. Now, is this mostly wishful thinking, or is this what you really believe? Wolfgar 49, Dante Pettis looks great. Trevor Marks 49ers 23, Broncos 21. Anthony Anderson, hey, 49ers fam, Niners fam, and for life and forever. And Sherry, he says, I'm going to the Hawks game on the 16th. All right. Contact me. We need to talk. Kev Biggs, I'm ready to move on from CJ. Front office needs to admit it was a busted pick. But you know what? It's hard to tell about CJ. I think the game is still moving too fast for him. And sometimes these guys settle down, all of a sudden they're not. But sometimes they don't, too. So, yeah. Anyway. Hey, J-Rock.
Ronbo.
J-Rock.
Ronbo.
J-Rock.
Rombo.
J-Rock. J-Rock, you see the dilemma that's going on right now? Everybody, it's like I always say, man, the comparison. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but they don't want to die. So now everybody wants the first round pick, but they don't want to lose. But they want to lose, and they give these scores today of the 49ers losing. But they don't mean it. But J-Rock, what are you feeling on this matter, man? It's comical.
Well, I mean, we're going to be in the top five in the first round. We're going to be picking the top five. And I agree with what you said not too long ago. First round, second round, third round, fourth round, fifth round, pass rush. We should draft an edge rusher every fucking round.
Boy, I would not be mad at all. For real, man. I'm sick of that pass rush out there getting their butt handed to them on a weekly basis for the last 3 years. Jay, dang.
Man, we ain't had one since Alden Smith.
That's what I'm saying. 2014, we was pretty good in 2014 because we had the Cowboy, and whoever's next to the Cowboy is going to have a good time. And that was the last year we had a good pass rush. You know?
Oh, man.
Got Ray go to jail, McDonald. We also had Ahmad, I'm always mad, Brooks on the other side. I mean, we had you got Bowman back there. No, Bowman wasn't there. We had, who'd we have? Oh, yeah, we had Will Hoyt and the Machine.
Will Hoyt. Yeah, he was all right, but, I mean, I agree with you. This draft, we go pass rush every round, and then in free agency, we pick up old dude that broke his leg in Seattle, pair him up with Sherman.
Ooh.
You know, bring the old heads in there to teach these young heads and keep them around for a couple years.
Yeah.
And if we get a pass rush with them old heads, I mean, we don't need nobody on offense. We don't. Offensive line, our running backs.
We're gonna
have the best rushing attack next year.
Ooh, it's gonna be tough. Tough.
And Munster's gonna be our third string. It's gonna be McKinnon, Breida, and Munster. And Munster's going to push Breida.
I know, because honestly, and I know not to get serious about it while I was during the game. I said, guys, you look at Munster's stats, he's out playing. But then again, I says, Matt Breida's ankle's hurting. But damn, Mostert's just cleaning
Yeah,
house
but
there.
man, he's playing like he want that spot though.
You know, they're gonna look
He
at it.
ain't playing like old Garcon over there. He's not playing no more. Get rid of him.
Okay.
He don't
There's
want
it.
to play football.
And he knows he's leaving.
You know.
He knows.
And everybody's tripping on our draft picks. I mean, our team is young, but if you really look at them, some of these boys is hungry. We just ain't giving them enough time to show it.
Yeah. We're going to see DJ Reed this week. Everybody was high on DJ Reed when he first came to us because of the way his athleticism. You know, DJ Reed's got some of the longest arms on the defensive secondary.
Oh, yeah.
He can play.
Yeah.
He's just got to get into the speed of the NFL.
You know, next year, let him watch Sherman, and then 2020, let him go to corner and let Sherman play free safety. And Earl Thomas, or what's his name, when we pick him up in free agency, put Sherman and him back there in safeties. Let the rookies watch him and learn. Oh, I'm telling you.
Earl Thomas is going to have to be over the top because I don't know if he can play the box. He's pretty strong, but I mean, you want to keep a strong
Sherman
dude
can
in there.
put a hit on him. Sherman can put hits on him. He got a sack this year.
No, I don't know if I want Sherman down. You know what, though? You're sort of wasting his talent, though. Sherman's going to be a ball hawk. If you put him at safety, watch him start picking up one INT after another. In fact, I am looking forward to Sherman getting into the safety spot because now you got a real ball hawk. This guy knows where the ball's going before it goes off the hand. He's amazing like that.
Yeah. He know what the offense is going to do before the offense does it.
Mm-hmm. And that's how you pick up.
He does his research.
Yeah. And that's how you pick up the INTs. He's just such a student of the game. He can watch formations, see how it's set up, and Sherman's already on his horse before they even sap it, you know? So I tell you, he might be a great
don't
safety.
just watch one receiver make a cut. He watches the whole thing.
And he sees it all and can process it fast. This is the essence of a great football player. How fast can you? That's why Jimmy G, when he first came to us, was the ultimate. Jimmy knew everything that was going on the field. Some of them tight windows he was throwing in, he did that on purpose. Now, it wasn't successful all the time. He got picked off a couple times, but he was looking in the right direction. He was just a hair off. I'd rather have that kind of gunslinger than one that just sits back. I can't figure out what I want to do.
And that was before he had chemistry with his receivers.
Yeah, quickly, too. Man.
But, man, our offensive line, man, John Lynch, everybody's talking about the draft and this and that, but the D-line and the O-line, I think, has gotten a lot better. Not so much our D-line. We're just missing that pass rusher. We get that pass rusher. We get that Alden Smith. We get Bosa, whoever, draft a pass rusher every pick.
Yeah. And if Josh Allen falls in the second round as high as we're picking, bring Josh Allen to Santa Clara, too. I don't see him going to the second round. But we're so high in the second round, if we got to bring Josh, too, man. These guys are going to compete. Anybody that can't get that quarterback to hurry up you got to go, man. We can't use it.
Weatherspoon's going to look like an all-pro if we get some pass rushers.
See.
Hey, imagine if we get Bosa, so-called whatever, we get Bosa, trade up to get Allen if, so happens he falls late in the first round. Give the rest of our picks to get him. So we got Bosa, Allen, Defoe, Thomas.
You know what?
Wouldn't that be worth it?
I'm telling you, just go home, 49ers. You got all you need. You know what the thing is? We might have to get another linebacker, though. Some of these things can be addressed in free agency, but I think
it could. I think it could. I mean, with Fred Warner, he's doing this thing. What's his name? Bench warmer. Keep the bench warm that we got from Oakland that played for Seattle. Smith.
Oh, no, it's just, they're saying he's hurt. But come on, man.
I'm sure
Malcolm's been hurt for how long? Let's.
Yeah. No. Yeah, he spent more time with Garcon on the sideline than Dan Waterboy.
He got paid for a year without having to do a torus pec. And this year he comes in, he's pulling the muscle, and he had an injury that had nothing to do with football. See, that's already bad news right there.
Well, then that's sad right there. If you got injured and it has nothing to do with football, you don't need to be playing football.
See.
But our team is young. We got some good pieces.
Let me, you know what, J Rock, listen, let me get your score though. We gotta go, and I realize the time's running out.
All right, well, man, you know, 30-27 Niners. I ain't never gonna give mine. 30-27.
Some of us can't do it, right? I hear you, man. I'm telling you, I can't do it.
Mm-mm.
30-27
No, I ain't
Niners.
never gonna do it.
There you
I ain't never gonna do it.
go. All right, J Rock.
But before I leave, I need to give shout outs to Ronbo Sports. Definitely. Kenny, and my man, yeah, me, and yeah, man, support Niner faithful all day.
Yeah. All right, fam. I'll see you Sunday.
All right, Ronbo.
Yeah. There's J Rock again. Oh, did J Rock give us a score? All right. Oh, score is here. Rick Perez believes we will trade back one spot and take Bosa. Trade back one spot and still take Bosa. Rick, if we do that, will we be able to get Bosa, though? Devil's Son says 49ers 49, Broncos 9. TGG. Ian Sharp says 24-23 Niners. Sir Garcia says, what's up? Sorry I haven't been on here like usually. Just a new job got me going crazy. Sir Garcia, man. We do you here in spirit, you know what I'm saying? Anytime, we're connected as a family, being 49 fans. George Boning says, can I get a... I had to loosen that up, too. I needed that. I haven't done that a couple of days, actually. World Logan, Niners 22. Broncos 20. Gino Robertson says getting the first pick of the draft is more important than winning for pride. Just lose and get a fresh start next season. And they may not have any choice. You know what I mean? This is why people said, 49ers need a tank. 49ers need to just go out there and play. They don't need to intentionally tank. Then it really could get ugly. The 49ers are doing the best they can. And guys are trying to win a job. That's why it's difficult to tank. They're going to be playing as hard as they can because Kyle's going to get rid of people. You know, one thing about the 49ers, they have no compassion when it comes to getting rid of people, except for Kyle's favorite picks, so he does tend to linger with those. Rick Perez says Niners 17, Broncos 69. Woo! Well, that's going to be a long day. TGG, all smoke, Nick Bosa equals Myles Garrett. Ooh. Oh, okay. Because Myles is like, and Josh Allen equals Solomon Thomas. We need to lose. Don't let this be another 2016. Ooh. I thought we picked up Solomon T in 2017. We picked him in 2016? I thought we picked him in 2017. Yeah, picked him last year. Yeah, Kyle's first year. And Michael Upshur says, don't believe it, tanking, but I think it'll work out where we're super competitive and we'll end the season either 2-14 or 3-13 with the number one pick in the draft. 49ers 14, Broncos 28. Baby Mike, Adam Carrillo says, good to see ex-Niner coach Vance Joseph doing well as a head coach. Yeah. And James, come on in, James, and tell us what's up.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo? How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. I'm at peace with this season already. It took me a while. I was having a lot of turbulent nights, waking up screaming and sweating. But, yeah. I just hate to have to wait a whole off season to get back. But the process will be fun over the off season to see the pieces come together. So we'll be all right.
Mm-hmm. I think the taking a look at players right now is extremely important. What we got on the roster, because I believe they're realizing that we wind up with that first pick. It's inevitable. Go ahead and get Bosa. We've got Defoe still in the middle. Solomon is still in a rookie contract where they will probably still keep him for another season. But I will say this much. In that secondary, there's no need to hold on to me if you ask me. I would love to have Akello Witherspoon as walking back. Okay? Let him go. He can go play in the CFL, man.
Oh, yeah.
He can go it's that Squanian Night Raiders
Can't even know the name of the teams.
Yeah, because if you look at it, to me, he just doesn't. He doesn't have it, man. And we seen him last year break out and have a great season, but this year I don't know what happened. But I will say this much:
Well, Jason,
I think
I just want to say on his defense. So we only see the bad plays. When you consider 4 quarters of football, we only see a play here and there. He's probably
right.
not doing bad the rest of the time. He'll have all of a sudden that play. But
It
yeah,
just seems like I watched the Vikings game. He got extremely beat by Stephon Diggs, gave up a big touchdown. Kansas City game, it was just as horrible. And the Green Bay Packers game between him and Greg Maben, it was extremely horrible. Understand? And it's just like, to me,
Maben was really bad. Every
well,
play, Rodgers didn't even hesitate to throw it. Man,
they both are pretty much a disgrace in our system. And I think right now they're looking at this whole the end of the season right now and where we're at. We wind up with that first pick. I do believe they're going to take Bosa.
yeah.
And I do believe if that happens, they want to go and probably try to find an edge rusher. But all these edge rushers, Clowney, DeMarcus Lawrence, D4, you're gonna have to pay these guys like 18 million a season probably. Now, if we're gonna give a player that much money, I believe in free agency, if they go after, prime example, just say Tyrann Mathieu, okay,
Yeah.
who would fit extremely well in that defense and could quarterback that secondary.
Yep.
Then it's either Anthony Barr or either CJ Mosley because we need a veteran linebacker.
Yeah.
And we still, somewhere in the draft, will go after a linebacker. We got a bunch of young defensive backs and safeties to whereas what they need right now, they need another veteran leader. I'm not saying that Richard Sherman is not vocal enough, but he is who he is, and I think he needs more time to heal from that Achilles because he's been getting roasted on plays too. And at the same time,
It takes a
I
year. That Achilles should feel
yeah
pretty good next year. But
yeah yeah
everybody was fooling. We were all fooling ourselves, and Rich was fooling himself too. That is an
mhm.
injury that takes at least 8 to 12 months. So yeah, he'll
it,
be
ta-
better
it
next
it
year.
takes time, and then what I'm saying is like to me, C.J. Mosley or Anthony Barr would definitely be a great fit, and we're going to have to address that secondary issue. And I know some people have said, well, it would be nice to have Earl Thomas come over because he's a great safety. But let's realize something: breaking the same leg 2 years in a row,
Ooh.
okay? Because mind you, the last year Sherman played with the Seahawks, he had the same injury. Then he comes back this year, a year later, and I think it's like in game 6, he breaks the same leg again.
James,
Nah, man.
I don't remember him breaking his leg. I remember the torn chest.
He's
Is
got.
he?
I mean, I thought they said he broke his fibula again. That's the same injury he had that kept him out of season before in
Okay.
Seattle. I could be wrong, but at the end of the day, with his age getting up there to play safety,
Yeah,
and
that's the thing.
you're starting to get those injuries. That to me, I think the best bet right now would be to go after Tyrann Mathieu because he has the market value as a free agent, and he just may want to come and be a part of what we're doing over there. And I think in this draft, we don't even need to go after an offensive player. It's got to be nothing but defensive
I
players.
agree.
We've
As I
got
told you, man, give
yeah
me an edge rusher out of every round. I'm happy as a hog laying up in a pool
that
of
one
mud in the middle of the summer.
that will be extremely fine too. But I do know one thing: it's like they're looking at players. They're saying we can
Wait.
move on. players and
One
free up
question, though,
money.
James. One question. I'm looking at Madman Mardigan. He has a good question. He says, geez, are people giving up on Colbert already? You know, we've all forgotten about Colbert because out of sight, out of mind. Do you want any more Colbert?
Realistically, Akello could take him with him. Okay, they could both go together. I mean, I just don't. Listen, man. I don't know. I don't know whether they were playing, whether he was playing with an injury all season, but he's he looked extremely bad this year. I'm not buying into him anymore. I think right now, it's a choice. I mean, I would say it like this: if they move on from Jarquise Tart and Akello, then maybe give Colbert another year because it's a bunch of young players we got right now that are safeties. Marcel Harris, Tavarius Moore.
Ooh,
I think Emmanuel Mosley.
And guess who they brought
I
back?
think,
The guy you were high on during the offseason. They brought Terrell Williams Jr. back, from what I understand.
listen, man, let me tell you something. I was saying it all season long about that kid. You're a 6'4" safety that doesn't get beat on plays and played the game in preseason, played so well. You understand that? That's been the hallmark of our problem. When you looked at the year that the Seahawks had so much success, it was because of their secondary. You have 2 all-pro safeties in Cam Chancellor and Earl Thomas. Then Brandon Browner, who's now in prison, of course, and Richard Sherman.
You know, some of your best ball players are going to jail before their life's over.
Of course.
James,
Well,
you know, we got to get your score, though.
Well, I'm going to say it like this. I'm going to say Broncos 33, Niners 20.
There you go. And
It
everybody was right last week who condemned the 49ers against the Hawks. That was vicious. They got their brains beat out. So, but all right, James. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look for your Sunday.
Amen.
And this score may be right.
Thank you, Ronbo. Love what you do. Niner Empire, Niner for life, man. Thank you, bro.
All right, James. Thank you. Have a good night.
You too,
Oh,
brother.
man. And I see Jesus my King says if I had my pick of anybody like dropping the soap, it would be. Never mind. All right, let's go ahead. Is that Nighthawk? Is he just getting up or what? Nighthawk, you okay?
Oh, I'm okay. What's up, Rambo?
Nighthawk, it is another week of football. You know, I don't know about you, Nighthawk. I'm not feeling any more anxiety anymore. The stress is kind of gone. That feeling you get before the game because you're all excited because you're worried about losing. And now it's like this mixed feeling. It doesn't matter if we win, but it would be nice if we did. I wouldn't care. But it doesn't mind if we lose either, though. It keeps that first round pick. So it's kind of crazy feeling. I've never had this. Last year I didn't have it.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, what can you do?
I know.
I want to lose, but if they have to lose, we got to lose.
Yeah. But if they win, are you okay with that too?
It's okay with me if they win, they win.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of sad, Nighthawk. We're sort of our season kind of ended like weeks ago. We didn't even know. But yeah, we got to just ride this puppy out. 4 games, and we got the Bears. Lord have mercy. We got Khalil Mack coming at us all game long. And this week, you got Von Miller, and he's got his protege on the other side, Bradley Chubb. They're coming in like bookends, slamming up against our quarterback. I am concerned.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, when the draft comes, we'll find out where they get. I mean, like I said.
You going all defense in the draft, or you want any offensive players?
Well, they need a push rush.
Badly.
A pass rush.
Yeah. I know. I definitely know. And that's why everybody thinks Bosa is the answer. I hope he is. He just had a surgical repair on his abdomen area. So, you know, Hope he comes in.
Yeah,
powerful.
because they got good offense, but the defense need a bit more help because the defense is making everybody score too. They got to stop. Like Seattle, they let Seattle score over there.
Mm-hmm. At will. At one point, they were just scoring at will. Our guys got tired. 49ers were turning the ball over way too much, but Nick Mullens still managed to throw 400 yards. Of course, a lot of that was Dante Pettis. Who else did he hit?
Well, somebody got to slam Wilson down the ground.
Kittle.
Somebody got to slam his ass in the ground.
He'll be okay this week. I got a feeling he seems to learn. He hasn't went through every mistake he could make. He'll never throw at the running back sitting on a play where the linebacker standing right behind him sitting on the same play. Damn, Nick. And Trent Taylor sitting in the end zone open. According to Tyler, I got to go watch that game again. I didn't see Trent on the end zone either. So me and Nick had the same problem.
Yeah, but it's the referees too, man, because referees are helping up Seattle.
They do that every time we go to Seattle, too. It's always strange calls.
Wilson is a crybaby. Wilson is a baby.
And when he picked up that shoe, he knew it wasn't his teammates or his shoe or anybody else's shoe. What are you throwing that shoe down the field for? You know, the ref should have called timeout right there to find out whose shoe it was. See? I mean, they're supposed to worry about the safety of the players. You don't want your players running around out there barefoot. What if they get a cleat in the foot?
But they always back up Seattle. You know what? Every time we play Seattle, they back up Seattle.
There's always at least one call. And it's usually a game-determining call. Not this time. The game was already over, but still, making that kind of call? What are you doing that for? You see what happened.
It's going to be a long season. It's going to be a long off season.
Maybe not. It could be exciting. If free agency. Let's see who we pick up in free agency, right? And what if they pick up? You know what? Oh, here's the thing, Nighthawk. You go ahead and you pick up DeMarcus Lawrence because somebody said the Cowboys can no longer franchise. They got a lot of guys they need to pay. They may not be able to franchise tag every damn body. So they got to give up somebody. So let's say the 49ers sign DeMarcus Lawrence. They can wait till the second round to pick up another edge rusher if they want to and go ahead and get everybody's dream wish of Greedy Williams along with it. Ooh,
yep. I like that. What's that guy named that I want to get in the draft? What's his name? Bosa. The number one. Yeah, I want to get him.
I do too. You know what? No matter what, if you beat Lawrence up, get Bosa anyway. Ooh, please, because now you got.
I mean, he might. If you don't pick him up, he might go to Oakland.
Ain't no might about it. He's definitely going to Oakland. I mean, definitely going to Oakland because they lost Khalil Mack, so they pick up Bosa. Man, they back and under. It's going to be less money for the next 4 years. 5 years,
and then
first round pick.
And then somebody need a backup. Somebody need a backup for him.
Yeah, that's why I said greedy. But you got to get DeMarcus Lawrence or Jadeveon Clowney out of the draft. I mean, out of the free agency. So what are the chances? I don't know, Nighthawk. We'll see.
I know, but if you have him and Wilson together, oh shit.
Lawrence and Jadeveon, and get D Ford if you can. One of them. Nighthawk, we got to get a score from you because we got to go. What do you got going on here?
I hit the side, but I'm going to win. I'm going to say 49ers 38, Denver 20.
Yeah, there you go. Put Nighthawk down for 38-20. All right, Nighthawk, let me get a holler so we'll see you Sunday. Nighthawk!
I'm out. Peace.
Yeah. You know, I saw something here very interesting here. Roll that down. Somebody made it up. Oh, hey. A lot of us forgot about Contavia Street. It's going to be a very interesting offseason, especially starting from free agency on. It gets really interesting. But you know, fam, last year, there was nothing wrong with our team. really wonder, can we finally have a healthy season? The first time we have a healthy season, watch, they're going to say, as the 49ers go into the playoffs, well, apparently all the 49ers ever really needed was a little better health record. Now they're going into, they've won the first round, and that looks pretty convincing. Now nobody wants to play the 49ers in the second round. See, you know that's coming. Last year, remember you said nobody wanted to play the 49ers in the playoffs last year? The 49ers had momentum going. Everybody was doing their job. It was an interesting time. 7:04, you're in Salisbury, North Carolina. North Carolina.
Hey, what's going on, Ronbo?
Hey, who is this?
Hey, Carter, man.
Carter, great to meet you, fam. What's up?
Hey, long time listening, man.
Appreciate it, fam. Yeah, that means we've been suffering together this whole time.
I know that's right, man. I know that's right. I'm a long time 49er fan, faithful. It's been a tough season, man. That's for sure.
3 years, Carter. Can you imagine? We have suffered strenuously for 3, and actually 4 years, because Harbaugh's last year was heartbreaking too. So you add that to the 3 years that followed. That's rough, ain't it? That is rough.
For sure.
1-15. Did we have a 1-15? Do we have a 1-win season? Wait, no, we went 2-14. No, we did win 1.
2.
Did we have a 1-win season?
I thought it was. I think it was 2.
Yeah, Chip Kelly won 2 because we beat the Rams both times that year. Oh, that's right. Tom Sula had 6 wins. And last year we won. Yeah, okay, yeah.
But the future's looking bright, Ronbo. Future's looking bright, though, Ronbo.
I know. Yeah, it's.
I mean, you got to think. You know, when Jimmy goes down, and you know, I mean, look what we're doing still with our third string quarterback. You know, I mean, I see all improvement and everything on the offense. It's just that defense that's taking a step back.
And they're on the field too much, too. When Jimmy was out there, even that defense last year looked decent. Why? They had plenty of rest. Oh, Jimmy was diming and nickel teams to death, coming down the field, cutting them up like a surgeon. 5 yards, 10. First down, Niners. Another first down. 5 yards, 6 yards, another first down, Niners. You know, the defense on the other team, their tongue was hanging out by the third quarter. Yeah, I want to see more of that next year. Cut teams up. Don't hurry down the field. Just kill them.
Yeah.
Man.
And I wanna give you a little insight on who could potentially we could draft to take Ruben's spot. Hopefully.
Oh, okay. Because somebody.
Juwan Johnson. He plays for TCU, number 1.
TCU? You know.
Yep.
Anybody that's TCU, wait, what is TCU?
TCU?
Is that
the Horned Frogs?
Yeah, where's TCU located?
Texas, I believe. Texas.
Now, if you're talking about as I say, as long as that school is in the South, I'm okay. I got to think about Northern ball players.
He plays like a dog, Ronbo.
All right. Now, what's his name again?
You got to Juwan Johnson. You got to give him a look up.
Johnson, all right.
Yeah, he's number 1. You can't miss him, man. He's all on the field.
Right.
Another thing I want to add about this coming up week is Denver's rush defense. You know how to stop. You know they got them 2 edge rushers. You know the line's gonna be, Heffen. But the one thing to stop that pass rush is to rush the ball right down their throat.
Yeah. Because
and we can do it.
Yeah. And especially, actually, this is what Jeff does best, actually. Well, you know what? He does both really well. He can hit the edges for you, too. Jeff Wilson's a good running back. I want to see what he does this week.
Yeah, me too. I believe Denver's, I just looked it up, 12th in the league in yards given up by the rush. So
That ain't bad, but not great. That thing is killing the quarterback, though.
Yeah, well, if we can take a little bit of pressure off of Mullens, maybe he can deliver. But that spot, I heard the last caller talking about the spot in the end zone last week where Mullens had thrown the ball to Wilson, which got picked off.
Yeah.
If that's Jimmy back there, if that's Jimmy, you remember what it did to Jacksonville last year.
Ate him up, and he got George Kittle, and George just bit on in there. It would not be denied. Loved it. Yeah.
Yeah. He would have looked them off. So
yeah.
I mean, you just got to give it what it is. Third string quarterback.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what you gotta all do. Of our offensive pieces come back. We'll start moving again. I mean, the thing about it is, I see a lot of improvement on the offensive side.
Yeah.
I do, but I'm not seeing as much improvement and growth on the defensive side. And I don't know if that relates back to coaching. I like Saleh, but I'm not seeing it.
Yeah. Well, the scheme is tough, and if people aren't going to communicate in the secondary, they're going to get smoked. And again, if I don't see anybody coming off the edge, if I don't see it, I know the 49ers can't do anything about me on the edge. I have any number of options that I wouldn't ordinarily have. And that's why I do not blame Saleh about everything that's going wrong with the defense. This is my personal feeling. Because if he had an edge rusher, it may be a different story.
True. I would like to see more development. Instead of regression, I like to see progression.
Oh.
I'm seeing it on the offensive side. You see Pettis balling out. But it's just I think our coaches could. I like to see them with the full staff. We'll see next year. Get some veterans in the free agency.
Yeah.
Get add some more depth through the draft, and I think we'll see then. We'll see how Saleh does then.
Yeah. Well, Carter, let me get a score from you before we say goodnight. What do you think is going to happen in this game?
I think it's going to be low scoring. I'm going to go Niners all the way. I'm going to go 21. I'm going to go 21-14. Hopefully
21.
Our defense is, practice it. Hopefully our defense comes strong. I like Marcel Harris. I think with a little bit more experience, I think he's going to be a dog for us.
Yeah.
And, so 21-14 Ronbo.
All right. Because I tell you, Case, he has turnovers almost every week. But he has his games where he doesn't throw a turnover. So which one we're going to get we'll find out. All right, got it. Appreciate you, fam. We'll hear from you Sunday, huh?
Yeah. One more thing, Ronbo. Hey, I listen to you a lot. Grateful for the phone call. Grateful for this spot that you let us listen to it, each and other day. And I listen to you a lot. And tonight was my first time calling. Hopefully I can call you back some more.
I hope so. I'll be looking for you. All right. Thanks, Carter.
All right. Much love, brother.
Hey, back at you, fam. Talk to you later.
All right.
And Michael Dauzat. How about that? Dauzat? He says 49ers 33-30. And hey, Dominic Winters, what's up, man? And hey, there's Brian Culp. He says 49ers will shock the world and crush the Broncos. It's already been said by a couple people think it's going to, but actually, even Cynthia Freeland thought the 49ers were going to win against Tampa Bay. Jux 373, wish we had a mean defense that just wants to hurt the other team. I know. You need vicious guys, And Demetrius Barnes has a Niners 17, winning it in dramatic fashion over the Broncos 16. And JMJP, what up, fam? Let's kick the pony's ass. Yes. Mark Lasilento says 24-17 Broncos. Tim Thurl, and one exception, both the only draft Alabama and LSU. Yeah. That's right. Bose is not. Wait a minute. Isn't Bose at Ohio State? Yeah, you're right, Ohio. But at least Ohio's not Northwest. See, I have a problem with that, I think, more than anything. Anyway, Big Show's sipping on his protein shake. It's a big show. It's a big show on tonight. B show. Yeah.
Stay away from media hyped players. Stay
Media hyped
far away.
Like who?
Media hyped players. Nick Bosa.
Is Nick mostly hype? Because you're right. You
Yeah.
know what? Show makes a great point because each and every year they're filling out their red carpet, they're setting up the venue. It's like the Hollywood stars. They put certain guys that they want the camera to pan across during the ceremony. Show, that's a good observation. I gotta listen to this. Go ahead, elaborate.
Number one, Nick Bosa is already letting his fame get to his head a little bit. I actually just recently saw an article. The New York Post posted this. He's using his fame already to get girls.
No,
basically.
Was he walking? Introduce himself.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Nick Bosa. Oh, really?
Which is nothing. Which there's nothing wrong with that, Ronbo, but that just throws
Yes, there is.
ton of red flags at me.
But that means you're full of
You
yourself.
know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
yeah.
God.
He reached out to a former Miss Ohio. That was Miss Ohio in 2014 or something like that.
Yeah.
He reached out to her on Twitter and everything, and basically wanting to take her out and stuff like that. And you all know that leads to one thing right after another.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And we don't need all. If anything comes up during the draft day, that's gonna end up making
They're gonna uncover everything.
something
it's like
else,
they have private detectives out there scouring up stuff so they can bring it up on guys. And Big Show, John Lynch, I know he does it because some of the stuff that happened to Reuben Foster, but unfortunately it was right. But I think Lynch put out those stories about his shoulder. His shoulder did come back to look and say, it's bad though.
Don't get me wrong. I think we're going to be addressing our pass rusher in free agency. If we sign Brandon Graham, then we're definitely not getting Nick Bosa. We're going to be trading down that pick and acquiring more picks because we need more bodies.
I'd rather have Brandon Graham anyway because we already know what he can do. With Nick, we're going to have to see if he can work at the NFL level too. So, yeah.
And we need discipline on that defense, Ronbo. That defense is way too young. Richard Sherman is a nice addition and everything, but he's not. We need more than one leader. You know, we need experience. Yeah. And Brandon Graham is somebody who has already put in. He's elite, Ronbo. He doesn't need any explaining. He's Brandon Graham.
I think the 49ers tried to get him last year.
We expressed interest in him last year, and
it wouldn't do it.
The timing wasn't right and stuff, and so I think the timing is right now because the Eagles are falling apart and they're not.
They just don't know.
They're not the same Eagles anymore, So now would be a perfect opportunity to go after him right now and sign him with us.
I agree. I wanted him in the off season anyway, so I agree.
Yeah. And he's got a really, really high score on PFF. I think he's like at least a 90 or something like that. So overall, so that's elite level right there, and that's what we need on an edge rusher. I don't want an inexperienced edge rusher. I'm sorry, but I want a more experienced, polished, and somebody who knows what the hell he's doing and can understand solid scheme and fit in right away and study it right away and get acclimated to it right away. You know what I mean? But Nick Bosa is not going to be that person. I'm sorry, but he's not.
Okay, so
I think.
Go ahead.
I personally think we're going to be trading down and finding Reuben Foster's replacement, Devin White. That's my overall feeling. So
LSU, isn't he that's the kid at LSU, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about him. All right.
And then there are plenty of edge rushers that we can find in the second round as well. There's Bashar's guy. Bashar loves this guy, Montez Sweat from Mississippi State. There's my guy, Joe Jackson from Miami, and a whole host of other edge rushers we can easily find in the second round. So
tell me
about
Josh Allen, though. I'd love to hear your assessment on him. Everybody's high on him. Is he worth the hype?
He's Marcus Davenport of 2018.
Oh, okay.
Or he's Marcus Davenport in 2019. Like, you know, I mean, I think he's a project, like Marcus Davenport was. You know.
Yeah.
So
Davenport advanced quickly though. They like him in New Orleans. He
sure did.
Yeah.
He sure did. But yeah, that's my personal feeling of what we're going to be doing in the draft. I don't think Bosa is really all worth the hype, and I think we're going to trade that pick down and get more bodies in this building because we need that.
And Parag Marath doesn't feel like being bothered with his agent, most likely. Can you see it? All right. I was expecting you, and here's what I'm prepared to offer. Now, if you're going to try to rewrite the entire contract, it's going to be a long off season. And of course, most of these guys are going to go nuts, and then we got this drama building.
Yeah, we're going to be ending up signing Brandon Graham or D Ford or DeMarcus Lawrence is off the table. He's not leaving Dallas. I don't see that happening.
Listen, but they can't. Dallas, somebody explained, broke down the numbers. Dallas has really too many people that are now in position to get paid. How many more years has Zeke got before they got to pay him? He's got at least 2 more.
Yeah, and they have to pay Dak still, I think, and they just paid Amari Cooper. So I think that's probably true.
But Amari?
I think so, because when they traded him, they traded for him. They got his contract too, right?
No, but he's playing on his rookie contract, I think.
Yeah, I think
last
so.
Year. So he's owed huge money next year. He's came in and made a complete difference.
Yeah,
he took him from mediocrity into first place.
And he spread open that offense really, really well.
Yeah.
And there's a receiver that I think I can feel that does the same thing with our offense that I sent you in an email today. I sent you my early. I hope you saw that. So, I got so much shit from the guys in the Nighthawk fan club, and I personally think he can open up our offense a lot too. So I don't think there's bust potential written all over him, but I think he's got huge potential. Especially he has the skills for the West Coast offense and Kyle Shanahan's offense too. So,
all right. How tall?
So yeah.
Is he fast?
No, you'll see. You'll see who I'm talking about once you see.
All right. Well, so let me get your score so we can we can see a send.
27 Broncos, 21 Niners. We're gonna make losing look good, I tell you. So.
We didn't make it look good last week. The officials did.
No,
though.
that was
God.
Yeah, the official. That was all of them. And I wanna see Matt Breida reach 1,000 yards before we decide to put him on the shelf completely, because that'll make me feel much better about him going into next year. So because right now I'm sort of iffy on him. I would rather him go 1,000 yards than not to see him go 1,000 yards, because that's a huge question mark going into next year.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But you know what? It's the only thing you got to question with Brady is his health. That kid could run over 1,000 yards in his sleep. I mean, he just piles up. He leaves the game with like 15 carries and 100 yards. I'm thinking, well, now see, that's kind of scary. But anyway.
Yep.
All right.
All right,
Big Joe.
Shout out to the Nighthawk Town Club. Shout out to Razor. Shout out to Vader. Shout out to Sheep, Bashar, Joey, Kenny, everybody.
All right.
Y'all have a good night. Trez.
Hey.
And Trez, I like your guy, by the way. I love your guy that you picked. All right, you guys have a good night.
All right. Yeah, Trez's got a linebacker he likes too. I forgot about Tony.
What's good, Ronbo?
Tony, man, as you know, we're back in our routine position at this time of year. We're looking for answers. It makes no. I hope this is our last year. I hope next year we just say, we pick up this guy and plug him here, and we don't really need a lot more than that. We can pick up some depth out of the draft, and let's see what we do in the playoffs this year. That's Tony. I yearn for that conversation. I pray. Can we please have that conversation for a change? This has gotten so old. But go ahead. What are you thinking here tonight?
Well, I was thinking about it. I think I commented this on one of your other shows, but I think the only way we keep Sherman in San Francisco is if we get Earl Thomas and an edge rusher, because he is frustrated beyond words right now. He's doing his job. He's like giving up a reception per game, like something like that, some crazy number. He's at the top of the league, and he's getting no help. All the team has to do is either run the ball, because our run defense hasn't been good as of late, or they just throw it to the right side. So if Earl Thomas can come in, I think he can kind of calm him down a bit. They're friends already, so that helps.
Yeah.
And then we need to get an edge rusher in the draft. I don't see us going out in free agency because you have to spend probably around $20 million now with Khalil Mack and Aaron Donald getting their new deals if you want to get a good edge rusher.
That's true.
And I just
Especially
don't
since
see
the
it.
premiums.
You can pay a rookie a lot less who might be just as good, maybe even better. I'd rather do that and allocate our money elsewhere.
Yeah, because you're right. Because you got to overpay when you get a free agent anyway. But now that we talk about the market dictates the fact that edge rushers are like worth gold. I mean, every ounce is another ounce of gold. So you're right. It's going to cost a fortune to get that edge rusher. And what if he comes in and, like edge rushers tend to do, he gets hurt? Ziggy Ansah's like a joke. He's hurt all the time.
Yeah.
Bosa's coming in, and he's coming in hurt, healing up. You know, it's a scary thing.
The thing is, you saw Joey Bosa this year, and when he was out, the Chargers' defense was among probably the last 10 in the league.
I know.
They could just not generate with only Melvin Ingram, who's a great player, but he needs Joey Bosa.
Yeah.
Yes. You could have a generational talent. It doesn't even have to be that good. He could just be a great player. But I'd rather get someone who's slightly worse than Nick Bosa but is on the field every single play, every single game. Because at the end of the day, we need some continuity. We can't just have some guy come in, play 10 games of the year, play 70% of the snaps. Like, it can't work that way. If we want to have prolonged success, we need to find bodies who don't get injured.
That's
and
true.
We've seen that with Kowalski. We have Matt Breida. We have a lot of other players. We have a bunch of guys in IR who are just getting injured too much.
And
I
every
think
year.
That's partly just how they are. Maybe they're just injury prone. And it's partly our conditioning coaches. They're either working them too hard or too little.
Not enough. Yeah. No, we got a bunch of eggs running around on our team for sure. And that's not going to improve. If anybody thinks that Kowalski and Jimmy Ward and these guys are going to go a whole season next year, man, that's not going to happen.
No.
Jimmy G will go a whole next year because Jimmy's going to know, run out of bounds, don't take risk. That offensive line will protect you. Don't take unnecessary risk. So.
And I'm just honestly done with everyone saying that we're a terrible team. We need to find some way to flip the table. We need to have a monster offseason this year. I don't care if it's from the draft or free agency, but we need to make a big splash. We can't just be playing conservative because we don't have the Patriots roster or the head coach.
Right.
So we have to find a way to get players on the team. This year I was fine with it because I thought the team we had in place could do it, but all of the guys we thought we were going to break out, they didn't really do anything. Akella's been a trash can the whole year. All you have to do is throw to that right side. They've sat him. Kowalski gets injured too much. Adrian Colbert, he hits hard, but I don't see ball hawking skills. He's a bit slow. Even though he's fast in his 40 time, he just doesn't react to the ball very well.
Yeah,
that's what I've seen.
You got to have instincts at that position for sure.
He doesn't have instincts at all. He can hit hard. He can run to tackle a running back in the box maybe, but I just don't see the instincts. Now,
you know what's really strange though, Tony?
Like,
last year he showed a little more ineptness about that. I seen him make some plays that I didn't even see him in the camera, and he came out of nowhere and wiped people out. I didn't see that as much this year though, except for that play that he got hurt on. He was on that play. Now that's the guy I want to see.
I don't think we'll see him again unless there's a huge battle for that spot because he had security this year. He came in knowing he was going to be the starting free safety, and there's nothing stopping him. The year before, he was trying to prove his worth on the team.
Yeah.
And I think that's why these players took a hit because they were fighting for something. They were fighting to prove everyone wrong and to keep their jobs. This year they had their jobs, and no one was taking it away from them until they did terribly.
Yeah.
What we need to do is just eliminate those players. I don't care what people say. All the best players in the league were very good players from their first season. Antonio Brown, breakout his rookie year. They went to the playoffs. They lost to the Broncos, but he was still really good. We have Khalil Mack. He was a force right out the gate. Aaron
couldn't
Donald,
get any sacks, but he was vicious. Right. I remember that.
Exactly. There are no top 5 players in the league that were slow their first and second season. So I think we need to look elsewhere. I think we need to look into the deeper rounds for some gems, most importantly because that's really where you make or break your draft. And a guy I'm looking at is Nasir Adderley from Delaware. It's a Division II school, but he's a very good free safety. Instincts. He can hit pretty hard. I don't think many teams are going to be looking at him as well as we should be, if that makes sense. So
no, I know what you mean. And if these are the kind of things that you should see the Denver Bronco guy we've got now, Adam Peters, used to be great for finding those kind of guys, 3rd and 4th round.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, Tony, we got to wrap it up. But listen, what is your score here?
Well, I'm looking at the Broncos defense. It's been really good. Their run defense has gotten a lot better. We're not passing on them with their secondary and their dual edge pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say it's going to be similar to last week, 34-13. I don't know if we're going to get a run game going with only Jeff Wilson.
I know
he was great, but
not by himself. I know. You know what? Kyle always has 2 backs. What's that guy's name? Is something Ray?
Oh, Shane Ray.
Is that his name? Because you're not going to have Jeff Wilson out there by himself. I'm wondering what they're going to do about that. And they haven't mentioned who's going to back up Jeff. It's going to be interesting to see.
Probably Matt Days. He's on the roster.
Who?
Matthew Days. We haven't seen him play much, but...
Oh, he's the guy. I think up the guy.
Yeah,
okay.
So if we can't get a run game going, we can't pass the ball, and it's going to be over.
Oh.
I don't think we have a shot because they're red hot right now.
That would be that's the chokehold. They can't run, choke them out. That's it.
That's the only way to succeed. So that's enough for me. I'll be on the next show.
All right, bro. Talk to you later. I'll see you Sunday.
All right. See you then.
Yeah, Tony with some good stuff, as per usual. That's right out on the painted deserts of the Duke. Hey, Steph.
Yo.
Steph, man, I tell you, man, it's Tony just blew me away with that last few words there. He says their dual edge is going to definitely choke us out. Their secondary, although I don't think Tony's aware of the injuries they got in the secondary. They may be able to pass on them, but then if you can't run, we've only got Jeff Wilson. How much of a run game do we have? Jeff's good, but he needs to be complemented by another running back.
Yeah.
I don't know, Steph.
Well, we'll see, Ronbo. I mean, that was a good point because that could be our trouble. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Ronbo, I think that what the Broncos have on defense is what we need.
Yeah.
So, for the draft, I'm all in with you. Defense. I mean, get whoever you're going to get first, Bosa, get that edge, and then trade. I don't even care at this point. Trade 2 picks and a pick and Solomon Thomas to get back up, and get Josh Allen or these other guys that are out here.
Hey, but Steph, one question though. Yeah, okay. I'm the GM. You're calling, right? And you call and you say, "Yeah, I've got a couple of draft picks. Gonna throw in Solomon Thomas." What? 2 draft picks, Solomon Thomas? Listen, I'll take the 2 draft picks, but do not send me Solomon Thomas.
and our GM would be like, wait, he's smart. He's from Stanford. He's a smart, good kid.
If you're Solomon Thomas, I'm joking. I'm just saying.
And we're calling the Raiders up. No, we'll rather have Reuben Foster. We like those criminals.
Yeah.
Not them smart guys.
God. I don't know. I really wish, because like Tyler said, he didn't know Solomon Thomas, he didn't know he was playing. Where's he been? I said, Solomon Thomas, I got caught in that too. And Solomon Thomas playing, and somebody pointed out, he's been there the whole time. Is he playing on the inside? Yeah, he's been on the inside, but they still got him running from the edge. Well, why do they keep doing that? So,
Ronbo, if you can't get a sack, just blow up some run at some point. I mean, if you can't get a sack, stop the run.
Or something. Contribute.
Do something.
Do something. Right. I know. I agree.
Like in some way, some shape or form. I mean, come on. If you can't get the quarterback, stop the run. Do something that I've seen on your highlights.
Yeah. And it's like Tony says, too, it doesn't take 3 years to see a player's potential.
God,
I mean, the guys that come into the league, they look good.
I mean,
look at Dante. Solomon, you can tell he's going to be good. God.
Yeah, I mean, you see Solomon on film or whatnot against colleges, and he does look like an animal. I mean, he seems like a high motor guy that moves people, just like aggressive, and it looks that way. And then all of a sudden, this dude's he can't get off the block. He can't even get off the block to stop the run. I'm like, you see Solomon jogging down the screen after the play's over.
I know.
Like, come on.
And that's the bad. You can always see that 90. You're right. You look at the camera, or you look at your shot on the television or whatever, and there's Solomon trailing the play.
Jogging into the jogging into the picture. And then on the other side of the field, you have a Callow putting his arms up. I'm like, and then you have Kyle cussing out the ref, and then the ref runs with a flag. And then Fred Warner's shoes off. I mean, it's a mess, Ronbo.
We're a comedy team, Steph.
It is. It's laughable. I was talking to my friend, and I'm like, because I was laughing about Kyle Nelson getting caught.
There's some more comedy. He's taking PEDs. Why? But he says he didn't do it on purpose. I have to believe that. But
I mean, but Ronbo, what long snapper takes any type of PED?
I mean, a supplement.
Why?
You can take 1-a-day vitamins. That's all you need. You're a long snapper.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Embarrassing. Like, if I'm John Lynch and Kyle, I'm like, seriously, we have to pick up a long snapper because our guy's over here. That's terrible. I thought it was over with Ruben, Ronbo. I thought it was over. Nope.
It is.
10 games for
Kyle. Well, Kyle, and somebody, the rumor is that it may have been for his hair because, he's very serious about his hair. So, it's just, wow. We got some issues on this team.
No, it's terrible, Ronbo. I mean, hopefully we can fill up some spots during free agency, like everybody's saying. I don't want to get an edge rusher though during free agency. I don't see it in DeMarcus Lawrence as some people do. I mean, he's good, but I don't just see like the eliteness. I mean, he's top tier, but he's on the bottom of it, I think.
Yeah, how many sacks? Has he got double digits yet? I think doesn't he?
He might be. He might.
He's got over.
He has
10.
a lot of help on that. Their D-line's good overall, but not to knock him. I just don't want to overpay for him, and he just seems like that type of player. Yeah. And Clowney, I feel like is a little injury prone, just a little bit.
No, he is. He is. And they're all going to overcharge. So you're right. It's risky.
I mean, unless you're Khalil Mack, I'm not going to pay you as much as you're asking for. Is my way of going about it. I mean, just draft Bosa, draft whoever you think's the best pass rusher, and go from there. Draft 2 pass rushers, please.
That's true. And you know how I feel about that. I'm talking 5 rounds and nothing but. Even if he's not a pass rusher, give me a guy that's known from coming from somewhere on that line and give the quarterback pure help.
On the other side of Bosa, or put somebody next to Buckner. I mean, just put Solomon on the bench.
Let him continue to develop. Since developing seems to be what he needs to do.
Let's just try Solomon at linebacker. We're trying him everywhere else.
He lost a lot of weight last year and he got lighter. Yeah.
Ronbo, do you think that could be it? Why he's getting kind of manhandled? I'm not being nice to him. He's getting manhandled and
he is.
Bodied.
We didn't. I don't know if anybody took him seriously now, but Robert Saleh said at the beginning of the year, Robert, why don't you put Solomon in the interior? Well, those big guys, and I don't think it's a good idea. When he said that, I said, wait a minute, I thought Solomon goes about 280. That's nearly 300 pounds. Yeah. Why would he have a problem with that? He does look a little
slim.
Yeah. And somebody else saw Solomon in public, and he said he didn't look that big.
That has to be it, Ronbo. He looks as big as Ruben at the most, right?
Yeah, for the pictures, that's the way it looks.
I mean, that might be it.
Too small.
Yeah.
Arm. He's got alligator arms. I mean, he looks like Tyrannosaurus Rex out there.
But it don't help when you can't bend your dang legs. If you can't bend, I mean, Solomon, don't you have something? God,
he was better last year, though.
Yeah, he was making run stops. Chasing down guys on a pitch or a sweep, and he would run them down a little bit.
Okay, but you know what? I'm still concerned the fact that he may be a little depressed over his sister. Because all of a sudden,
Yeah.
but then again, before he lost his sister, I think this thing with his sister that's been working for a long time. So I really don't want to say anything bad about Solomon. I'm hoping he snaps out of it, though. But
No, I do too. I really have hope for Solomon. But God, Solomon, show us quick, please.
Man, but Nick, do you know? I saw a picture of Nick Bosa next to Joey. Joey's just a little bit taller, but Nick's built like the Hulk. The dude is thick. I mean, this dude looks big. So I was thinking,
he's very big, and I'm a fan of him. But yeah, I wouldn't mind going that direction either. A matter of fact, Ronbo, you know how pathetic it is? This is my last thing. The other night I had a dream, and it was of the draft already. We're in December.
Yeah.
I look at the screen and it's Bosa up there, so maybe that may mean something. But I was dreaming of the draft in December. So.
We all have these dreams. I had a bizarre dream. I forgot who was in it, but the conversation was strange. I do remember that. But, yeah, if 49ers are on your mind, hey, tell you, fam, look out for weird dreams, man, because we went through a lot of trauma here in the last 3 years, and it's starting to affect some of us in a strange way. So just hang in there. Steph, give me a score, though, before you go.
All right, 21-10. I'm going to give it to the refs.
Give it to the refs?
Decide the game like always. They'll win the game like always.
And have Kyle over there cussing him out again.
Yeah.
And refs getting so pissed off. They didn't even talk back, just throw the flag. What? You're going to throw Kyle out of the game?
At the end of the game.
All right, Steph. I'll see you Sunday.
21-10 Niners, though, Ronbo. 21-10 Niners.
21-10 Niners. All right.
Yes,
thanks, Steph.
All right, Ronbo.
Talk to you later. Yeah. No, it's funny. Steph pointed out some things that are. You have to have a sense of humor as a 49er fan right now. You got Kyle over there cushing out the refs. You got Wilson chucking our players' shoes down the field. What else do we have as a comedy bit? We because we don't make a lot of sense. And Robert Sal over there looking like, what was that about? The 49ers are out there ad-libbing on defense, Anyway, let's go. Hey, Lee.
Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. Here's the key.
Regulators! Yeah, that's what we need. We need some. Lee, come on in, man. We only got a few minutes. I need to hear from you. But fun stuff.
Yo, what up, Ronbo?
I wish I knew, Lee. Until Steph pointed out the fact that we're a comedy team, it's one thing to be embarrassed, but all of it's true. God. Man, if we just could have got a Khalil Mack, our whole world would be changed right now.
Yeah, but then if we go Mack, Ronbo, we wouldn't have had any draft picks,
No, then you go right ahead and you get
greedy. To carry on rebuilding the team.
Yeah. You pick up Khalil Mack. Now you pick up.
And we lose a lot of money too.
Yeah, because Mack was asking for as much money as Jimmy G was getting paid. As I remember, I think he's getting the same amount or a little more. Where'd Chicago get all that money?
It's just hard to pass up on that talent, right? That's what we needed. But yeah, I think I'm surprised no one's mentioned the guy that we played last week. Because I think the free agencies we really need to make our moves, because that helps us going into the draft and we can get quality players, like guaranteed, Yeah. And there's a lot of edge rushers in the free agency, Ronbo. And I'm surprised no one said we need Frank Clark out of Seattle because he's in double-digit sacks this year, and he's had more sacks than any other defensive end in all of free agency over the last 3 years.
Wait, but is Frank available next year?
Yeah, he's in the last year of his rookie contract.
I'm sure the 49ers will be calling him up. I didn't know that. I was wondering where the 49ers, where they even got Frank. But, yeah, I'd take him in a heartbeat.
Yeah, because he's had 10 sacks this year already. He had, I think, 9 sacks the year before and 10 before that. So he's, consistent. Not even Clowney and Lawrence are that consistent. Lawrence is good, and Clowney too, but they probably both get tagged, and so we won't even have a chance at getting those two.
The Hawks have a little bit of money
now.
Like Frank. The Hawks have a little bit of money now. They might pay him anyway. They've gotten rid of a lot of cash, or gotten rid of a lot of burden as far as the cash. They might be able to pay a guy like Clark, unless it's just really stupid. They got new ownership probably coming in, though, right?
Well,
Did they sell that team yet?
I think he had 3 hits. Yeah, he had 3 hits against us last week. He didn't get a sack, but he hit Mullens, I think, 3 times. And so he shows he can get the pressure on the quarterback. And he's only a young one, but he's only, 25?
Ooh,
so
perfect.
I'd rather go for him and Brandon Graham. I think, did Show bring up Brandon Graham?
Yeah,
earlier.
Brandon Graham's been brought up earlier. So, yeah.
Yeah, so
why aren't the Eagles...
You could walk out of free agency with... Sorry?
Oh, you need... Yeah, no, Brandon Graham. You would think we could get one of these guys, being that we have the biggest pocketbook, right? So if they do address the edge right away in free agency, and we know what we're getting, go ahead, Raiders.
Yeah, well, that's what...
Take Bosa.
Yeah. And that's the thing, say we get the number 2 pick, we miss Bosa. That shores it up in free agency. You get Frank Clark and Brandon Graham. The thing with that is Clark will cost a bit of money, but Graham won't, Ronbo, because he's 30 now, and his last contract is only making about $6-7 million a year. So you could get him for a cheap, probably 3-year deal.
Is he 30?
Brandon Graham. He's 30,
so
you wouldn't want to sign him probably for more than 3 years.
2 years. He'll hit a 2-year contract. And
2
we'll
years,
revisit that contract in 2 years, give him a lot of bonuses and incentives. And Brandon, if you're still feeling good when you're 32, hell, we'll sign you till you're 35. All right? But we just got to see. Trust us.
Yeah, so I'd like to go for both of those guys in free agency, and that gets you an edge on each end of the defensive line. Then you got Buckner in the middle. That means going into the draft, you could go after your Greedy Williams. You could go after Ed Oliver.
Now,
imagine Ed Oliver. Ed Oliver with Buckner and those 2 ends. We go from having the weakest defensive line to probably the strongest in the NFL.
If you surround Buckner with anything, then you're going to see the real Buckner. People go on and on about Aaron Donald. You get it where Buckner's one-on-one with an offensive lineman every game. And especially in his 3rd year, he's going to be vicious.
Yeah, and that's what I like. Like, if you go like Ed Oliver, so you don't have to go like Greedy's a talent too, but if you go Ed Oliver, like our defensive line pretty much goes for like one of the best in the league, Ronbo, like all 4 positions.
Yeah.
And the thing with Ed Oliver is they compare him to like Aaron Donald. So like, I don't think he's as good at rushing the passer as Aaron Donald, but his motor and his explosiveness.
Nobody is, actually.
He's not a defensive tackle in the draft like him. And also, too, if you go for him, you can trade back, Ronbo, because he's gone from a top 3 pick to now they're saying he might go like late top 10, like 8, 7, 6, you know, because of that little thing he had with the coach on the sidelines.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, it's because he didn't take his jacket. He put that player's jacket on the sideline.
Right.
The coach told him to take it off.
And
that sort of made him fall in the draft. So.
No, wait. Tell me the whole situation. What did he do?
Well, he was out. He was injured, and he had one of the player's jackets, and he wasn't supposed to wear them unless he was playing.
Yeah.
And I think his coach told him to take it off, and he got pissed off that he had to take it off. You know, he's the star player of the team, and I don't know, had a big bust up on the sideline, and so he's dropped in the draft there.
Yeah, you can't display that kind of temperament, because if you do, you're gonna send a signal that you've got. Well, you don't take. What do you call that? At any rate, it's you're right. It's a red flag. So.
Yeah, I think it's only minor though. It's like it's not a big deal. I think people blow it up out of proportion there.
That's true, but he should have kept cool. Just take the jacket off. Just if your coach asks you to do it, just do it. Some of these guys get this thing.
We need some fire. We need some fire in the red and gold, Ronbo.
I know, but don't express it in a stupid fashion. If you're out there on the field getting into fights, I got no problem with that whatsoever. I like that.
Yeah.
But don't show discipline problems on the sideline. So, anyway, Lee, I need to get your score, though, Lee. What do you got going on here?
Oh, yeah, well, twice I thought we've actually going to lose, and I've actually just gone with us, having a bit of faith, Ronbo, but I'm going to use my head this week. I'm going to say that the Broncos win 27-20 because Big Show stole my score. He must have been watching it on the messages float up.
I don't see any change in your thinking. It sounds pretty much the same, Lee.
It's going to be realistic. I think the pass rush is going to get to not give Nick much time, and I think we're going to have to rely on him this game. I don't think our run's going to do much. It sort of struggled last week, and with Brader out,
Yeah, no, we don't have any Brady. But you know what? What's his name did pretty good. But you know he had over 106. He catches well out of the backfield. I think that's what Kyle's going to be looking to do. He's going to be. It's going to be hardcore West Coast offense. You don't want Nick Mullens standing back there trying to find people, because if he does, he'll be finding Bradley Chubb, Von Miller all afternoon. So they're going to have to do a lot of things right over the. Get rid of that ball right now. And with Goodwin back, that helps as well. So if they're going to launch any kind of offense, it's going to be a speed offense. Get that ball out of your hands right now, Nick. So we'll see.
Yeah, no, before I go, I like what James did with Tyrann Mathieu. I think that's the other guy we should really chase hard on free agency, one with free safety. He's killing it this year. I wanted him last offseason, but
yeah, everybody did. Everybody
with,
did.
We thought Colbert was going to pan out, and he didn't pan out. So.
Yeah. But people still want Tyrann anyway.
Yeah,
he only had a 1-year deal. Is that right?
Yeah, he had only 1 year. I think it was he got $7.5 million, and we were paying Ward $8.5. And yeah, well, we know what happened with Ward again.
You got Tyrann Mathieu for $2.5 million. Good on the
Texans. 7.5.
7.5. Yeah, that's still cheap. Yeah. And the Texans are pretty much on their way to the playoffs. That team is they're really living up to potential right now. If they don't get injured, you're not going to do anything with that defense. I've always said that. I didn't want to play them last year because I was afraid they'd get to that defense.
Yeah,
but when they were hurt,
pretty thick looking, eh?
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right, Lee. We'll see you
Sunday. See you, Ronbo. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Yeah. Shout out to the Nine Empire.
Yeah. And Brunell Jacobs says 35-17 for the Broncos. And Brian Cope has a question. He says, do you see us winning another game? And if so, who? Brian, this is the last game that we potentially can win because we play the Hawks, and we've proven that we're still not going to beat the Hawks. And then Chicago. Whew. They're going to bring that machine in against our offensive line. Are we going to run? You know what doesn't get enough credit is that entire Bears defense. They are back to being the monsters of the damn Midway. That is a scary defense. Rams are going to find out about that. They're going to be playing in an ice-cold weather. Those monsters don't care how cold it is. Coming from California, we will. If I was going to bet this week, bet on the Bears. The Rams are about to get hurt badly. So that's why I don't want to play them. But they're playing in Cali, so it's a different story. They won't be as vicious. 69er says 24-20. He doesn't mention any names, though. Maybe saying 49ers. No, I'm not sure. Andre Smith, 28-17 Niners. Van Life, 1-2-3s. 27-26 Niners win it. And a dramatic Robbie Gould field goal. Oh! I'll still get excited. You got to get excited when 49ers win, even though you're watching. But everybody's pointed out, Nick Bosa is not the end of the world. Let's win. And Jim Thorokill says, if you ever see draft day, you don't want Bo Callahan and Bosa. It's actually like Callahan. We need a Vonnie Mack trade down. Take Josh Allen, a dude with a chip on his shoulder. I like that. Matt Marnigan, 1680. Broncos are not scoring 30 points with their top wide receiver out. Excellent point. Unless we don't stop the run, that is. Because that dude, man, Lindsey, what's his name? Oh, God, he's worse. I mean, they went and got, man, I don't know. He worries me. And K-Sir says, I say Broncos 34, Niners 25. T-Money sack down. Can I get a Fred Warner yell for his gameplay this evening? E-yabba-dabba-doo! I won't do the whole song because, we got to stop making the 49ers are out there putting comedy in. We got to simmer down on the comedy. And there's Coach. He says, got to be an edge rusher. Nick Bosa, if possible. He's the best in the draft. We also need a veteran edge as well. If we miss on Bosa, draft the next best player, inside linebacker Devin White. and sign 2 free agent edges. Now, that's a nice formula, Coach. If we could just get the free agents off the edge, I'd take those anyway. Hey, Will!
Ronbo, what's up, man?
Oh, Will, man, we're just sitting up here digesting like we do this time of year about what we go try to get and that, you know. That's what I'm saying earlier. I said, we're glad we become the Patriots, where we're just looking for players to plug in. And you know, people, some of your best players in the league, they just volunteer to go to the Patriots. They don't even want no money. You notice that? Patriots come up with these blue chip players every year, at least 1 or 2. I don't get it. But then again, everybody wants a ring. And if you down like last couple, you can get some endorsements, bonus money that you could get in the playoffs and everything else. You still get paid. I'll be glad we get to that point, Will. Damn.
Well, we just want to say, well, after this season, it's going to be going into year 3. So, John Lynch and that front office, man, they're going to have to make some wise decisions. And whatever decisions they make, they're going to have to be home run decisions. There can't be no flops. Like I said, for that offense, and that offense is okay. They loaded with the running back position. The O-line is good. They're okay. They'll be all right.
And they'll get better.
Yeah, they'll get better. They should add some more solid players, you know, the backup, you know, the starting guys, you know, just for depth. But they need to be solidified. Right, yeah, I got him. So.
I'm kidding, Will. Are you serious? How do you feel about Joshua Garnett, really?
I mean, when he was playing, he was good.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he fell off or not. I mean, we'll have to see. Most likely they might not keep him, so I don't know.
Josh.
But yeah, I'm anxious to see Marquise Goodwin and Dante Pettis on the field at the same time.
That's gonna be fun tomorrow.
Those I believe they're gonna be the starting 2, you know, the starting 2 receivers going into next year. They just need to add another you know, great wide receiver to go with them.
Yeah.
And that'll be a real good triple threat because, you know, you got the running backs. You know, they loaded with Breida, McKinnon, and Mostert, and Jeff Wilson added to it. So, but it's just that defense, man. That defense needs a whole lot of work, and it needs to start with the coaching staff. I mean, I read a report today that Kyle Shanahan he still wants solid to run that defense. So I don't think he's going anywhere.
No, he's not. And you're right. He sounds serious too.
Yeah, I think that Jeff Hafley needs to go. He's the wrong guy to coach those DBs.
There you go, because they ain't learning nothing.
Not learning nothing. He's not giving them nothing. I believe he don't know what he's talking about when he's talking to those guys in the film room. I mean, I never heard of the guy. You know, I never heard that he was a great DB coach or anything. I don't even know where this guy came from.
Chip Kelly. He's been around for a while now.
So he was on Chip Kelly's coaching staff?
Yeah, Saleh didn't hire him. He inherited him. And I'm not sure why.
Well, there you go. There you go. If he came off the Chip Kelly's train, then he's bad. He's a bad coach, and he needs to go. I mean, like I've been promoting all this time, Chris Richard would be a great candidate for that DB coach. I mean, he gets on those guys when they messing up. He
knows what he's talking about.
He brings that right. He brings that instinct out of them. You know, he brings that dog out of those guys. So I mean, if he stays, he stays. But Jeff Hafley has to go. They need to find somebody. I mean, somebody, because he's not knowing what he's doing.
The corners looking the same every year. Have not improved, and they digressed in some cases.
Oh yeah, and the pass rush, we need 2 veteran pass rushers on both sides. I just don't want one on one side. I want 2. I want 2 veteran pass rushers coming from the right and coming from the left. Yeah. If they decide not to go that route, which I hope they do, I mean, if they're gonna get 2 edge rushers out of the draft, they better get it. They better get it right. They better get it right, because if they don't, if they be another Solomon Thomas or somebody, I believe is a bust.
We always use Solomon for an example.
Solomon Thomas is a bust to me. I don't think he's gonna get no better.
But if they do get 2 edge rushers out the draft, they better hit a home run on both of them. Because if they don't, then they're gonna be asked out again, and then we're gonna have to go through a whole nother year with no pass rush.
Don't say it.
If I was me, Ronbo, if I was me, I'll go ahead and get me to it. What would you do? Would you trade a first round? Would you trade a 2019 first round to get an edge rusher, then trade a 2020 first round to get the other pass rush?
You know I would. I already told you, and everybody else. I'd have gave up. If they'd asked for 2 first-round picks for Khalil, he'd have been in San Francisco by now. I ain't lying. But see, Khalil, you can't give up all that stock and then pay him too. That's the only problem. I had to come back down to earth on that. But man, I just so desperately want somebody to come off that edge and raise hell. Man.
Well, I want both edge rushers on both sides to raise hell.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I want it back to the days when it was Alden Smith and Amar Brooks putting pressure on the quarterback every play.
Man.
I can remember that whole roster when Harbaugh had it. You had Alden Smith, Justin Smith, Ray McDonald, Amar Brooks, Patrick Willis, Navarro Bowman, Carlos Rogers, Tramaine Brock, Terrell Brown, Dante Whitner, Deshaun Golson. And man, that was
a defense. That was a defense.
That was the defense, man.
You could hear it sounded like car crashes out there, man. That's why, it's a different league now. I think players are pulling up, and that's causing them to affect play.
Yeah.
So, you're right.
But yeah, man. But
we had good depth too that year.
We did, and we never got hurt. Got hurt. Each one of those guys was playing the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody got hurt, they probably was out. They probably was out for at least one game. They came back.
Yeah. Remember special teams, Tony Montana squad, man. Them boys, we had every phase of the game was locked up tough. That's why we won. So
yeah.
We got to get a score.
But like I said, okay. But before I give my score, like I say, we got to break this Balky curse, man, because he the one that tore this foundation down anyway. He started this shit. So
I know. Boy.
Kyle and John have to build it back up. So
that's why they need to. That's why you have to give them some time. All right. But what do you got for a score?
Let's see. It's gonna be 28-20 Broncos /Refs.
Yeah. There you go. Oh man, I hope the defense doesn't. See, I don't. If they lose, it's one thing, but I don't want to see the defense get beat up like that. Every week we give up a minimum of 25 points and up. That average may have got blown up since last week.
Yeah. So. The reason why I'm getting 49-20 because Dante and Marquise gonna be out there.
Go back there together. That's gonna cause some trouble.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, some of them guys on the Broncos side kind of injured, I think.
Yeah, and they ain't gonna be able to keep up with both of them. All right. Will, I'll see you Sunday. Let's see what happens.
All right, man.
All right, man.
All right, take it easy.
You too. And Rodney Harris Jr. says 49ers 27, Broncos 17. Yeah. Niners knock them cold. Hey says, what's up? Go Bosa. Oh, and I kind of have one foot on the Pettis train with you. Yeah. No, Pettis that boy is legit. Soon they're gonna have to. I figure by next year he'll be getting the OBJ treatment. You cannot cover him with one guy. It's just not gonna. It's not gonna work. And Jimmy G will take advantage of that all day. So we have to figure out something to do with that. Coaches, we get Mac, but we get no picks and no money. But we got Mac, and I think we made our play, as Lynch said, and Mac wanted more. So, yeah. He would have been a fortune, though. Billy Blade says Dallas secondary is shitty, but they are winning with a pass rush. See? That's the way it works. That's always the way it's been. We didn't have that good a secondary. When Golson, those guys, they were good at knocking people out, but they weren't good, and they were okay in coverage, but nothing really special. It was because of that front line. Just quarterbacks was just having to get out the way. I'll never forget that last year when Alden Smith and Aaron Lynch had teamed up. And you know who else won't forget it? Eli Manning won't forget either. The 49ers had 5 picks that day. Every time Eli looked up and raised his arm, He was getting. It was I call it the Smith Lynch sandwich. Bam! Eli, count the fingers, baby boy. Hey, but what? Get him out of here. It was crazy. See, that's what I'm talking about. And then your secondary, you have to worry about him so much. Antonio Kidd says, what up? Night Empire from Richmond, Virginia. What's up in the house, Antonio? Elias Lopez says 49ers 34, Broncos 21. And Slack says, make it 31-20 Broncos. And Rock Solid Morris is 49ers 17, Broncos 9. And Aries Niners says 49ers 17, Broncos 24. Keep money. Sack time. My score prediction 24-32. I just don't know who'll get what. And Coach says pass rush is definitely instrumental in helping the secondary make plays. Our first pick has got to be Bosa or an inside linebacker. And Butkus Award winner Devin White from LSU. We're good with either. And that's it, too. It also goes on to say, I've been saying for over 2 months now, if we don't pick Bosa, we have to sign 2 edge rushers from free agency and pick the Butkus winner, a White out of LSU. Whatever, we got to address the defense. That's the number one crushing need. Because you're not going to stop Kyle Shanahan from scoring points as long as he's got even a few people. You don't need the kind of offensive arsenal a lot of people think you do. Kyle's going to score points. But he's got to have somebody stop the other team. Vader says, why is everyone getting on ST? Solomon Thomas. Watch it to play Solomon Thomas on the inside with a DC that knows what he's doing. A DC can't help him, Vader. He's got to do it on his own. He's got to do it himself. As soon as he puts his hand in the dirt, it's out of the DC's hands. Solomon Thomas, he's got to progress. You can't hold a man's hand for 3 or 4 years. He's got to show what he's worth. It's time. I hope next year is it, because I like Solomon, but he's not doing anything, and it has nothing to do with Robert Saleh. Roberto!
What up, Roberto? What up, man?
Roberto, I get your sound, Roberto.
What's up, my brother from another mother?
Yeah, you're coming in a little better, though. Roberto, you're not a speaker, are you?
Yeah, what's up, Ronbo?
There he is. I can hear you. Roberto, man. I've been looking for you, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Well, I haven't had a chance to get in, but today I got in just for the prediction, for the score. I was gonna join the Monday night Raw. But the time went so fast. I was like, oh shit, I forgot the show. So today I was like, I gotta make the prediction tonight. So
glad you made it.
Yeah, Ronbo.
Yeah.
I gotta do it for you, man.
What's that?
I gotta do it for you. I gotta be on the show tonight.
And we appreciate it. Hey, but you know what? Hey, Roberto, what were you had some things you wanted to say Monday night. You may as well go ahead and say those. You got a couple minutes. What were you bringing to the table Monday night? I know you had something to say about the Seahawks game, right?
Ronbo, about the Bosa thing. If he's messing with females, we don't have another woman foster. I'll just kind of stay away from the females.
Yeah.
Females are gonna mess your career.
No, he's got to be careful. Don't be vulnerable, because you start calling him up and saying, "I'm Nick Bosa." Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, Ronbo. Like to other females, don't mess with no guys, girls, because you're gonna find a good man out there. They they're gonna make that that
Get the
they're
right
gonna
guys, what you're saying, right? Don't be getting guys and playing
like
games and getting them for the cash. Make sure that he loves you for who you are.
yeah, you're gonna get a real man that's gonna love you, and cause emotion, you're gonna mess with females, man. You gotta stay away from the females,
Yeah, you gotta be
man.
careful. They may be
Females
coming in for
gonna
the payday.
just from that
Yeah.
cash and the interview from the ex girlfriend from Ruben,
Yeah.
man.
She's still talking. She's still talking. She's running around doing news shows and I mean, she was on some show. She's gonna start doing shows. Oh no.
And man.
Oh God.
I don't know if you can believe it or not. Now, man, you gotta watch out for that female. They want that money and they want the clout. And I saw that interview. I was like, man.
I know, right?
Oh,
Now she's getting paid. Yes. Miss Ennis, would you like to be on our program? We'd like to do an interview with you for about 15 minutes. That's worth $500,000 if you have time. Really?
Oh, and you know one more. One more.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be in a relationship, you can't be in a relationship that a man's gonna hit you. You're gonna be with a man that's gonna respect you, and that's gonna really love you. Cause disrespect, cause about woman and the girl, like she said, that like yeah, like the relationship. She said that she loved him, but he didn't change, and I love Ruben. My man, he gotta get his ass together.
Yeah. He's got to. Because, I mean,
Hey, Ronbo.
this is it. It's strike three.
Yeah, everybody's saying that he is God. And, you can't judge a person by who they are, man. You gotta love it. You gotta love that person no matter what.
And there you go, Roberto. Hey, Roberto, we got to do a show, and Roberto's going to give you on lessons of life and love. Roberto has a lot of passion about this.
You gotta be with a man that's gonna really love you and respect you. He ain't gonna be like he ain't gonna be all about the money. If he really loves you, then you gotta be with him. But he ain't. But if he's gonna be about the money, but don't mess with that guy.
There you go, Roberto. We got to get your score though, because we got to go. What's the score in this game against the Broncos? What do you got?
I got like let me see.
He goes for the Broncos. Promise, watch. Go ahead.
Man, screw the donkeys. We're gonna run a little donkey. Woohoo! Hell yeah!
What score, Roberto? Are we winning? And what do you got? How many points we getting?
Woo! We're gonna get like a 70.
70? Okay, I'll take it too. And
all the papers gonna show up.
Yep.
Ready to go. Gonna show up to Levi. We're gonna be loud and proud, baby.
Yeah, I keep forgetting we're playing at home. Okay, you got the 49ers at 70. What? I guess it doesn't matter what the Broncos are scoring. How many points you giving them?
20.
20. 70 to 20. Roberto has made his call, but one of these days he calls it.
You know what, Ronbo? We got messed up, but Seattle Rams, a Seahawk ain't no real. It's not a real bird,
I know.
We got messed up by the Seattle Rams. The Seahawks suck. And I'm gonna beat that ass.
Roberto, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see you Sunday and get some more of your laughter because I know we're gonna be laughing about either we lost badly or won badly. Yo, go ahead.
Hey, shout out to Ronbo Sports.
Thanks.
Shout out to boy, to my big dog. Y'all man in the house. And
Yeah.
shout out to Ty Hawk and Ronbo Sports every day, all day, representing the 90 Empire, baby.
Thanks, Roberto. I'll see you Sunday.
See you Sunday, baby.
Yeah.
And we're gonna ride some horsey.
Good night, Roberto. Let us see. I see something here because Coach says he heard Frank Clark, defensive end from Seattle, is also a woman beater as well. And he's also been in trouble. Does anyone know? Kenny says Frank Clark's got domestic violence issues. And you know, if that's true, then John Lynch has heard about it a long time ago, and there will be no Frank Clark phone calls. That's unfortunate, though. And Vader says I just got news. We will see the correct defensive this weekend. My score 49-35, Denver 6. All right, put Vader down for 35-60. We already did that. Oh,
Ronbo, what's good with you? I mean, me and Roberto was waiting for like 2 hours. Salute to Roberto. He had me cracking up.
That's Roberto, man.
He was going in on the college and shit.
And he knows how you're supposed to deal with women too, don't he?
Huh?
And he be knowing how you're supposed to deal with women and what they're supposed to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like, fuck all the women beating. Your best is with God and success. You see what I'm saying?
I like that rhyme. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, rhyme by it. I can rhyme by it. I get to it later on. You know what I'm saying? Ronbo, can I ask you this, Ronbo?
Sure. What?
We got Monday Night Raw, right?
Yeah.
Now, Fridays,
it's
can
Friday
we
now.
name it Speak Your Mind Friday? You know what I'm saying?
And which is what we usually end up doing anyway. Speak Your Mind Friday. I like that. I'm gonna change the name.
You know what I'm saying? Because just go out to my old head, Mr. James, Coach Tim. Salute to J-Rock. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get to the point.
All right.
Josh Norman, we need him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I seen that.
Y'all got the draft. You know what I'm saying? Ronbo, I let the family handle. I let the family handle the draft. I'm gonna do the free agents. I was snapping the other day. I was snapping earlier at work because Calvin Benjamin. He signed with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And you know I ain't like that. You know what I'm saying?
I knew it. As soon as I read that, I said,
I know I was snapping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I said, what the fuck? I'm saying, what? Calvin Benjamin signed to who? I was going in there at work, Ronbo. I'm gonna let y'all handle the draft, Ronbo. Me, I'm gonna ride out with the free agents.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love the Empire saying we should get Brandon Graham. God bless we do.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Brandon he plays that position. And he's got that right age, so he can go out there and be an influence on the rest of those guys. Yes.
Now, Ronbo.
Yeah.
I'm still riding out for Cam Jordan.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? But right now, Ronbo, we need Josh Norman, and we can have, remember the Titans in the backfield. You see what I'm saying? Josh Norman and Richard Sherman.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? The class of the Niners, not the Titans. The class of the Niners. You know what I'm saying?
But how do you feel about Ramsey? Because Ramsey's about to talk his way out of Jacksonville.
Right now, we need Josh Norman. Like I mean, like right. I'm going to pick Josh Norman over Jalen Ramsey just because of the way how the West is right now. Because I believe, Brandon Cooks would, he would cook the shit out of Jalen Ramsey. If he
Jalen does not like speed. Norman, you're right about that, though. Yeah, you're right about that, though. Jalen does not like speed. Because remember, Marquise wore him out too. Yeah, you're right.
Because Ronbo, I would say, in another 2 years, then then I'll pick Jalen Ramsey. But right now, I think, Josh Norman. We need him right now. That'll be the not only a voice, but the
biggest benefit to the team.
Right. And we need that right now. Because we want to make the West mad as shit. We want to make them LA spams mad. We want to make the Arizona Sandpaper mad. And in Seattle, I got us winning 2 games. We're gonna go 4-12. 4-12.
We're gonna win 2 more games. We're gonna win 2 more games.
Yeah, 2 more games.
Okay, who are they?
We win Sunday.
Today? Sunday?
We win Sunday. Mm-hmm. We give Chicago, a run for their money. Mm-hmm. And then we upset Seattle.
Oh.
And that's it.
That's 3, though. We already got 2.
No, that's 2. That's 2. Because we got 4 games. We got 4 games left. I got us winning Sunday.
Yeah. We're not winning against Chicago. Then you say we're just going to give them a run for their money.
Oh yeah. We're going to get them a run for their money.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm saying because
I don't go out with some style. I like that. All right. Yeah, and don't be embarrassing. Let's play Chicago tough. I agree.
Right.
Don't shame yourself. Yeah. All right.
Right, because Ronbo,
Wait. There's a question here. Let me go back to Rod Manhammer. Rod, he calls the Cardinals sandpaper because of the desert atmosphere. So they are the Arizona sandpaper.
Right.
That's y'all be.
You know what I'm saying? The Arizona sandpaper.
And my favorite. Who are who's the Seattle team? What are they?
Tilapia fish. You know what I'm saying? You know how when you eat grilled salmon and tilapia fish? Seattle tilapia fish. And you already know about them LA candy spam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Old food.
Fake.
Fresh out the can, make you a sandwich. You know what I'm saying?
You got a little put a little bit of skillet and get a little burn to it first. So that's it. Bring that flavor out in that spam. And if you're on a real low budget, that bologna too. Same thing. Put it in the skillet and let it little flavor.
About that. That's the 80s, early 90s.
I know, and that's ghetto cooking too. You know what I'm saying? Nobody fries with salami and spam.
They already know. Grandma used to cook it and mom used to cook it. You know what I'm saying?
Damn good.
Ordering food got popular. You know what I'm saying?
Does anybody eat bologna anymore? I've not had a bologna sandwich since I was like 8 years old.
Right, you right, Ronbo. Unless I got to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not eating on these sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Ronbo, can I say one more thing, Ronbo?
Yeah, and then give me your score. Go ahead.
Listen, Night of Empire. You know what I'm saying? In the Empire, we is waiting. And you want to know why we waiting?
Right.
Because next year, we're going to play them fucking Pittsburgh stale breads. And and we're going to check the shit out of Stephen A. Smith. You see what I'm saying?
That's his
and
team,
we
right?
played the AFC North and we played the NFC South.
Yes.
So next year is going to be our season. Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to do. I think we're going. Draft. I think we're going to do a good draft, and I'm going to keep my foot on Stephen A. neck. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I hope so, because man, Stephen A. needs a foot on the neck.
And Stephen A., guess what? From the night of Empire, guess what? Me, Ronbo, the Empire. Guess what? Yeah, I mean. hold on. That's how J-Rock says.
And I know he knows, man, because he can't. Yami's calling screaming Stephen A. all the time. Hey, Yami, we got to go, though. Let me get your score, though, fam.
My score, 28-18.
There you go.
I mean, we're going to have a rough start. It's going to lead to, like the end of the third quarter. I'm not Nostradamus, but if it was to happen and we was to win, 28-18. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Salute to my women. Like, you know what I'm saying? And salute the MC Niner. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Niners!
And if y'all ain't had that, then y'all ears not open. I'm out, Ronbo.
There he
goes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm out. I love y'all.
Yami, always bringing it. Let's go now to. Okay, and Coach also says, so I predict 13-10 Broncos in a close one. Field goal will win it. Lots of punts. Denver ST's and defense is better than ours. And we'll be the difference maker in this game. Or if we can't stop their run, which Lindsey's not going to be stopped. I hope we can hope to contain him, though. That guy's crazy, man. Royce Freeman, they made him sit down for this guy. Mad Mardigan, 16-80. I see Denver 17, 49-16. In a close game. All right. Israel. Is that Israel? I haven't talked to him in a long time. Israel.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Hey, fam. How you doing?
I've been doing great. Living in my life. Just never had a chance to call you because, they boost me up into inventory management and overtime.
So you're a busy guy these days. All right.
Oh, yeah.
You got it.
But yeah.
He's got to do what he's got to do.
But yeah, don't sweat it, Ronbo, because I've been watching your videos and also looking at your live actions too. Your live of YouTube as well. I mean, I've been watching the game as well, and I'll tell you, I'm like you said, I've been going up and down on the 49ers, but I'm just glad that we beat the damn Raiders, and it feels so good on this day.
If there was any team we had to beat this year, it was them. If we could just beat the Hawks, the year would be complete. I don't care about the Rams. I will next year. But this year, it's the Hawks and the Raiders that I was just saying, God, just please. Raiders, that was answered. Now if we could just get the Hawks once.
Yeah, but I don't see it. But I don't see we ain't gonna beat Seattle because they're still all over us. I mean, I'm having all these annoying Seattle fans that are running around here in Fresno, which I'm pretty sure they're all bandwagons.
Yuck.
Bandwagons here in Fresno.
But you know the funny thing about those guys, though, Israel? They climbed off that bus for a few minutes. If they're starting to pick up in numbers, that means them clowns are climbing back on the bus. See, they ain't fooling me, because I saw them when it was a mass exodus. I think they're going to L.A.
Yeah, but to me, but I'm out there, being happy because, I don't see any Raider flags flying around here in Fresno. They're hiding.
It's an embarrassment.
They lost to a third street quarterback, and they know, and especially when I went on Instagram, this guy decided to be the jackass in this post that he put. He put a little cartoon about how they beat us 4 years ago with Jim Harbaugh and stuff, but
that's all they can do.
I mean, and when I jumped in his post, all of a sudden he comes to me and say that here's a guy that doesn't even know about football, and I was like,
bro,
you're your Raiders don't even know football, man. Your Raiders don't even know football. So,
and apparently he doesn't realize there was a game played recently. He's still talking about the game from 2014. That dude is really been under a rock. God.
I mean, this is the year 2018, man. We beat you guys. The battle is over.
And Israel, how many Raider fans have you had to hear from? Who the king of the Bay? First thing I want to ask you, who the king of the Bay? Man, y'all won one time out of the last 4 tries, and now you're the king of the Bay. Now you lost another one. Now you're still trying to talk about that 2014 game. You've got to be careful. It's pathetic. God, I'm so glad to beat you. Terrible.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Ronbo. I mean, that was just pathetic. I mean, like, these guys are just unpredictable every time I see a Raider fan coming up to me and just talking about that they still own the Bay Area ever since that. But, bro,
God.
Didn't you see what happened? Did you see what happened in the last game against us? We beat you guys. We ripped you a new black hole, which I'm pretty sure that's what you guys mean, the black hole.
Yeah. A lot, and they're another kind of hole too. But they can take that and they can go to Vegas. That's what I'm looking forward to. That day they go to Vegas, boy, we go party in the 90 Empire, boy. Vegas, take them bees. God.
But Raiders, just get out of California. Just go to Las Vegas. Seriously, walk away with shame.
But Israel, we need to. You know what? As a matter of fact, the 49ers, we got this game with the Broncos. Do you want to win this game?
Yeah. To be honest,
you do have to think about it for a second, don't you? You know what? I'm. The thing is, the Raiders will be the happiest team in the world if we win, because that means. No, wait a minute. No, that means they get the first pick, and John Gruden will make that team go underwater for the rest of the year. They will not win another game. And, of course, they'll have the top pick in the draft and 2 more picks. They got 3 first-round picks. They can actually control the draft with that number 1 pick, and they know this because they can trade that first pick for God knows how many picks if they don't want to get Bosa. They got the second pick in the first round. They can trade that if they want to and keep the first-round pick. They got another pick in the third round. Or first round because they suck, and they can really restock their team as long as they do a good draft. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens next. This is the only reason why I don't want to let the Raiders have that first pick, just so we can have them crying about, see, y'all had the number 1 pick, you got the number 2 pick now, don't you? Yeah. So
to be honest, I really don't want. I really don't want the 49ers to win because, I still want to be on the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
I mean, we should draft Nick Bosa because, I really can't trust these pass rushers and free agents because, I'm pretty sure they're going to be asking even more money. It's just like you said, like, they want
guaranteed.
These guys are gold. They want big money contracts. So, but I'd rather just stick to the draft and just try to at least either like Josh Allen or Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just my option right there, because I just don't want to risk on try to sign a guy from free agent, but for a linebacker, yes, we do need a veteran line. We do need a veteran in the middle of that linebacker.
Because you already got a kid. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Because I mean, Fred Warner. Yeah, I'm not gonna go down on Fred Warner because Fred Warner's the beast.
Yeah.
I mean, the man is the beast. The man can tackle. We also need a veteran so that way you could teach Fred Warner to mentor him and teach him.
That's true, and also Fred can stay at the mic because they say the man is just brilliant. I mean, Fred can play that mic. He can. I mean, the Salah gives him whatever mumbo jumbo in the helmet, and he says from there Fred could just. He says, and they ask Salah, but what if your equipment shuts down from time to time or you can't communicate? And Salah quickly says, no, he'll handle it. He'll handle it. He'll put everybody in position to make the next play. I said, oh, yeah, that's our linebacker right there. That's my mic. So, Fred's going to stay at the mic. So, but get a killer what's that kid's name that plays linebacker? I think his contract expires this year for the Chargers. I always liked him. I really wish we could pick him up.
Oh, man, I mean, I forgot what his name was. Too.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I'm talking about. He would be a good compliment to Fred. He's not great in coverage, but don't you run. Woo! Man! Perryman.
Yeah, but
Denzel P. That's him. I like him.
Oh, there you go. Perryman. There you go.
I don't know that he is. I think the Chargers would be stupid not to re-sign him, but I think this contract's up this year. So we'll see.
Oh yeah. I checked it. I mean, his contract is going to be up this year, but I'm pretty sure the Chargers are going to re-sign him.
Yeah,
they don't want to lose a key player in their defense.
Because they're looking good this year. I think they're going to go a long way in the playoffs. Actually, they look good. I mean, really good. So, and they got the beast back out on the edge. I mean, he makes such a difference. This is what a good edge rusher can do for a team. Every team that has a super edge rusher, you notice they're always in the mix. You notice that?
Yeah, I've been noticing that I mean, these guys just scratch and claw, and they come up to the surface, and they become all beasts in the edge rushers.
Wow. This is the Rams' flaw,
man,
and this is what's going to hurt them. Although their edge rusher's doing better than he did last year, but this is what the Rams lack. Now they got an insanity going in the middle that works, but you still need that edge rusher. So,
yeah. But isn't it the Rams are already losing salary cap space because they'll be getting all these guys out of nowhere.
I know, right? We'll see how much money they have to pay everybody next year. I understand they're going to play golf as soon as possible.
Yeah,
Cooper Kupp and some of these other guys. I don't know what they're going to do, but they seem to think they have enough money. But they haven't got any draft picks. We all know that. They traded every last one of them. I think the Rams don't have a top-round draft pick for God knows how long. We'll see how that works for them. But anyway,
yeah,
Israel, let me. What is it? You gave me your score already, didn't you?
Well, yeah, because I already got my score, but it's going to be obvious because Denver's going to be all over us.
I know they got that too much edge.
They're going to be all over it.
Oh,
but
man.
I got my score right now, and it's
what is that?
I just got to go 33-17.
Yeah, it's going to be Denver over San Francisco, right? And that's understandable. Von Miller and Bradley Chubb coming at us at the same time. It's going to be good, though. We're going to see how good our offensive line really is in this game.
And without Matt Breida, man, we're not going to score that much.
Man,
but I'm looking forward, Kittle, to break Vernon Davis.
I know, right? 73 yards.
I saw that on your post, Ronbo. And hopefully George Kittle could break it.
I tell you something else too. I was told, I didn't realize to keep an eye. If he gets 300-something yards between now and the end of the season, do you know he will be the greatest of all time in a single season record?
Oh man,
isn't that crazy? God. Kittle.
Jeez, I mean, it's like his second year already. It's his second year, and he's already beasting out in the tight end. I mean,
tell you,
wow.
We got ourselves a tight end, fam. All right, Israel. I look forward. If you get some time, I hope to see you Sunday. Okay.
All right, Ronbo. I'll be watching your live stream. I mean, even though I don't visit you, but I'll be watching you. All
right. I'll be knowing about it too. Thanks, fam. See you later, Israel.
All right, too. Yeah. Nice for life.
Yeah. And all right, let's see what's going on up here. See what Coach has here. He says, a fan reminder, DeForest Buckner got the same amount of quarterback sacks as Khalil. Hey, has Mac only got 10 sacks? Did Buckner pick up his 10th or 9th? Did D-Bot pick up 10? I think he did. He's got a chance to really build on that this year. Yeah. Thank you, Raiders, for being so god-awful, as Buck, I think, picked up 2 that night. And so did Cassius Marsh. Everybody picked up a sack. Oh, man. And Jesus My King 777, he's selling his Reuben Foster jersey. I wonder if you know what? I wonder if you put your jersey on eBay. So what if anybody would buy it? Or would you get cussed out? Tony Montana says, as Jesus, I'll give you mine. Everybody's getting rid of the Reuben Foster jersey. I'm going to go ahead and cut mine up so I can use it for drying off the car and things like that. Towels, just throw it in your rag bag for whatever you need. Reuben, god dang, we wasted a pick on you, Reuben. Our first round pick. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna get. I had gotten over this. Let me not get started again. Because everything that goes around comes around. All right. We trusted him. We got him out of that mess once, and he still went and did that. Okay, that's fine, right? All right, fam. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll be in your face at your place Sunday. You know what? I don't want to anybody. I'll love it. I love my fam. So I ain't gonna say I hope we win or lose because I hope we just enjoy the game one way or the other. All right. Please hit like, fam. Please. I love me some likes. I'll see you Sunday. Game time, baby. Thinking about Reuben. You got to do something. Later!